The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Talk I.N.K. I.N.K. Ian and Kim. I'm Ian Stevens.
And I'm Kim Marie.
And we want to welcome you to our premiere show. We have everyone in our Pinnacle Galleries here celebrating our very first premiere show. How you doing, everybody? Woohoo! Yeah, my great-grandmother's in from Poughkeepsie, and she's with the. Can someone turn on the IV for her, please?
What's a Poughkeepsie?
Poughkeepsie? It's Poughkeepsie.
What's that?
It's in upstate New York.
Oh, interesting.
Have you not been there?
No, not really.
Kim, do you travel much at all?
No.
We need to get you.
I stay in a hole.
A hole?
Mm-hmm.
What are you, a mole?
The ones that I dig for myself.
Are you a goat?
Like right now.
Oh, you're digging a hole, are you?
Right.
Your nails look clean.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we are just so excited because, we've been planning this show for a while now. And a couple people we really off the bat just want to thank someone like, Mr. Alex Wadsworth, who's created his dream. Or he's going to come on the show later on today, and we want to give a special thanks to him and a few others. And we got a wonderful, special show planned. So, Kim, some things have been kind of popping up. The first one, I want to say Happy Easter to everybody.
Yes, Happy Easter.
And we just wanted to let you know that, we're in good company because, back in 1952, I'm a big history buff. Mm-hmm. And did you know that Bob Hope started his very first television show? Mm-hmm. He had over 300 Bob Hope specials that were on NBC. His very first show was on Easter Sunday night, 1952, and he went opposite of Uncle Milton Berle.
Cool. Well, I hope that we can follow in his path,
Well, what we needed to get is a gas company like Mobil or Texaco to sponsor us. So we've got some wonderful sponsors that are going to be joining us in the weeks ahead. We got a great crew of people. I want to say hi to my partner and floor manager over here, Mr. Matt Ayotte. Matt, say hi. Hi! Hey! And our producer, Amber, back. Amber, you back up? Woo-hoo! And she's also our makeup artist, so from time to time, if we sweat and are looking too shiny on camera, you'll see a powder puff hit our face. Well, that's the lovely Amber back. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Mr. Gary Evanoff, who's running the board tonight. Gary, are you there? Woo-hoo! and our last-minute cameraman, Mr. Doug Vaders. Doug, how are you, buddy? Awesome. You're looking awesome. He likes thumbs up. Again, don't do this during the Olympics in Brazil. This is not a good thing. I don't know if you guys know this. But if you thumbs up means up your, okay. So can you imagine all the guys in the Olympics? I mean, the guys that are on this, on the stand, right? Mm-hmm, they stand there going, "Oh, God bless America, my home sweet home," right? Then they look at the whole crowd and all the press corps and they're going, so like going the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Happy Easter.
Oh, Happy Easter to you too. That's right. Bunny rabbits and Jesus is risen. You bet. That's right. It's cool stuff.
Yes.
A lot of great things going on we like the fun side.
Did you have a good dinner?
We did.
What'd you have?
Oh, it was a Greek dinner.
Did you have that cheese?
Which one?
The one that you're always eating.
Well, there's the
What
feta.
is that, a Greek cheese?
What is it? There's
something?
the feta cheese, and what's the other kind, Lacey? The Zeta, and that's homemade.
Yeah, the homemade. I was supposed to get some today.
Oh, we did.
Where is that
they're
cheese?
waiting for my wife, my in-laws got lost coming here. Did you?
Yeah, it's in my bags.
Is it still taste good?
I don't know. It's in a bag.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, we did. We had a wonderful Easter. We went. I could still taste the pastizo and not that we didn't have baklava. What was the other stuff we had, Lacey? We had the spanakopita and a few others. And we went. My wife's Greek, so if you ever saw my big fat Greek wedding, that's my life. Ian and the girl, the whole thing. The Portocales. It's my father-in-law looks exactly like Moscow Constantine, except he's got those little pencil mustache. He actually looks like one of the characters in The Godfather. So if you see him, don't piss him off. He'll kill you.
He's the one who makes the cheese.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Makes
his own stuff. Makes a lot of stuff. Makes his own little.
Well, I know what to do next time I see him.
He's the guy. But he's only down. Here's Snowbirds. They live up in Toronto, and they're down for a couple weeks, and they leave in about a week and a half. But Dad and Mom, you guys are great. I love you, and you guys helped us to have an incredible Easter, and we get to know a little bit of the Greek culture too during Easter and saying Christos Anesti, and then what's the response, Lacey? Something Anesti, which means Christ is risen. He's risen indeed. So we get a lot of that flavor at home, which is great. And then we got the traditional. I got the Easter Bunny dropped off the eggs, and I put them out in the backyard for Jeffrey and Lacey to.
I found a picture online with these kids with this
really
Easter thing
what do you got?
With their head. It was like torture. It was.
I don't know, Gary. What do we got?
It was weird. It was like Easter eggs on their head or something.
Gary,
geez.
Oh my gosh! What the heck?
Yeah,
that's cute. That's passable.
Yeah,
that's passable.
Yeah, that's a little torture.
Are these friends of yours?
No, I know that guy from down at the corner.
Cell Block D or something?
Yeah.
Was it back in prison days?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Now, who's this? We got an Easter Bunny that's scaring the crap out of two dogs. Look at those dogs. They're just like shying away going,
yeah, there's one with the eggs on it on the head. It was torture.
Oh, what the heck?
There you go.
What are those?
Are
those kids?
I don't know, but
Lacey, what are they? Babies? Easter eggs on babies?
We need to call some.
I know, Kim. I know a really good doctor for you. I really do.
Would be a good vacation, I think. Don't you think?
I think so.
I just need a good vacation.
Okay. Well, guys, I want to again just say Happy Easter, everybody, from both sides of the coin. For those who really treat it as a point of faith, and there you got the Easter Bunny tormenting more kids in life. All right. Go ahead, Gary. I think we're done with the tormentations of. I know we have fermentation, but that's tormentation of not Halloween. But I'm sure I was surprised that Kim didn't have an Easter Bunny with like massive fangs, like bleeding out or something. I don't know. We'll figure that one.
I love my son.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, keep that on a two-shot if you would, there, Doug. Just because she's so beautiful.
I'm a grandmother now as well.
That's right. Kim's a grandma. Would you believe it? Mm-hmm. She's a grandma.
I'm a grandma.
And he's the cutest little guy.
Yeah.
Of course, if apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, because her son's good looking and his wife are beautiful, so they produce this beautiful baby. Mm-hmm. And but both sides of the coin for Easter, like I said. That we from faith-based people, for all of our people at church, we want to say thank you for tuning in from Countryside Christian, where we attend in Clearwater, as well as those of you just enjoy Easter for family and whatever your faith is. That's okay. We're cool with it, and if you celebrate more and just in having a good time and a good chance for families to get together, rock it out.
I want to thank God for putting us all together today.
You rock on it. That's right. Amen and brothers and sister. That's right. Now. Guys, as I mentioned before, we have some terrific guests on our show today for our premiere show. And I should say inaugural show, right? Wouldn't you say inaugural? I didn't want to feel like I'm running for president.
I thought you ran the show last week.
No, I was in Mama J's show as her guest.
That's where I saw you?
It was the prison wall.
You're all over the place. I know, whatever.
But anyway, guys, we have we're going to do a little lead in right now for our first special guest that we have. The guy is absolutely incredible. And the one and only, we're going to show Gary. Go ahead and hit the tape if you would, please. Masters, if you will. Yes, the one and only. The man has been in the movies like 1941, War Games, Grease, the number one movie musical of all time, and of course, my personal favorite, is Polar Express, in which he lends his voice to one of the main characters in the movie, Mr. Eddie Deason. Eddie, you there?
Yeah, hi Ian, how are you?
Good, buddy. How you been?
Happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter, and happy Passover to you, too.
Thank you so much. And Kim, you don't sound like a grandmother. You don't sound like a grandmother. That was my first shock of the day.
You are the best, I will tell you. Can I take you home with me?
Eddie, don't encourage her. We just got her out of the home. So,
Sorry.
well, what's
I
going
got a
on?
habit of leading them on. Sorry.
Oh, I know. It's not. Being such a handsome guy that you are, Eddie, I bet you must have women just like knocking down your door.
I beat him off with a stick. It's a toothpick, of course, but I beat him off with a stick.
A toothpick. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever works.
Well, wouldn't that hurt?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that hurt? You just kind of stab him a little bit, you know? Well, Eddie, we have a lot of people here ready to ask you some questions today, but first I want to kind of just talk about Eddie, the man, the myth, the monster.
Okay.
And, originally you're from Cumberland, Maryland, right?
Right.
Now, I would like to know, and it's probably just an encouragement to all the actors out there, people that want to break into show business. I mean, I lived in Annapolis for a couple years after my parents split up, and I lived with my dad for a few years. And I love Cumberland. It's a great town. I know.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's a wonderful town. Maryland is a beautiful state, and I hope maybe to retire there someday. But, I wanted to ask you, what does it take for someone like you who's coming from Cumberland, Maryland? When did you make that big first move to say, you know what, I want to stretch my wings. I want to go to LA and make it happen. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Sure. I was kind of lost in high school. I was totally lost. I mean, you don't know how lost a person could be. I could barely find the classrooms, okay? I was so out of it. I was in a total daze in high school. I had no purpose, no goals. I was just kind of wandering around. So in the summer of '73, I started watching the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis movies on TV, literally. I'd always been a comedy fan. I loved the Three Stooges. I loved the Marx Brothers. But I watched the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis movies in '73, and something just clicked. Mm-hmm. And I saw this guy, Jerry Lewis. I was sitting there with my thick glass, and I had acne on my face, and I saw this impeccable comedian. I saw Jerry Lewis. I thought, this guy is so incredible. And he kind of talked like me, and he was a skinny Jewish guy like me, and it was like the metamorphosis of my life. I had an epiphany. It changed my life, and I resolved I'm going to be a comedian. Mm-hmm. And that just got me hooked, and I decided to do that because I had no other purpose except the one to get away from my dad. That was my only goal in life, get away from my dad. So that would accomplish both goals. And then I got in, and my dad, he was a pretty wealthy Jewish guy. He wasn't a totally bad guy. He gave me money, financed me, and I came out, and Dad would send me $400 every month to keep me going. But that was my initial thing that got me into showbiz.
So really cool.
he believed in you at that time? I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if believed in me, but he was nice in that respect. Dad was a mixed bag, you know. I guess all our dads and moms are mixed bags. Dad was pretty bad in some ways, but as far as generosity, he was a very generous man. So he said, I'm going to finance you. I know it's important to you. And he financed me for several years when, nobody just goes in and starts working. It took me about 2 years to get Grease, and Dad financed me all that time and kept me going. And, I'll always be grateful to him.
But didn't you do I Want to Hold Your Hand before you did Grease?
No, Grease was the first.
Really?
I was like, most people start with a turkey, you usually start with a bad one, but I started with a really good film.
Oh my gosh.
So I started with Grease, then I did Laser Blast. That was my bad one, but that was after Grease. And
wow,
then I Want to Hold Your Hand was third.
What a banger to come out with. I did not know. I really honestly thought that I Want to Hold Your Hand was first.
Out.
Wow.
I wasn't even in the union. I got in, and I just got in, and it was like a big cattle call, and I went in. I met I.N.K, I met Joel Thurm, the producer. They were all around, all the Paramount executives.
Right.
And I had like 2 lines, or something. I was just and I saw Mr. Thurm was talking to Randall Kleiser, the director.
Right.
And he nudged him with his elbow. I could see I was reading. When you're, this, Ian. When you're in an audition, you kind of look and see how they're reacting, And I saw him nudging with his elbow. He was nudging Randall Kleiser with his elbow. So I knew I was doing good, and I had like my little Pee Wee Herman suit on, And then they called and said I got the role. Then later they said you didn't get the role. They said we're going to write Eugene out. I said small role. We're going to write him out of the film.
Aww.
Then this is the religious story. My agent and I literally went to church and we lit some candles. We went to church, we lit some candles, and we prayed real hard. And then like 2 days later, they said, we're putting Eugene back in. And then they put me back in, and then I got Grease.
That's cool.
Wow, what a story.
Yeah.
I love backstories like that. Don't you, Kim?
Yeah, but I hear that they did that with a few people, like John Travolta. Wasn't Henry Winkler supposed to be in Grease, too?
Henry Winkler was the choice they wanted, but he didn't want to be typecast as, the 50s guy.
Yeah, and look at him.
And you got to think there's no way he could have done as good as John.
No, well, John.
Well, I love Henry Winkler, but he just, he wasn't John just was Danny Zuko. That was his role.
Course.
All right. Well, here's a backstory. The very first time in 1973, when I was 15 years old, we went to see Grease at the National Theater in Washington, D.C. This is the 2 years I lived with my dad in Annapolis, Maryland. So we went on a field trip to go see Grease. And they invited our class to go backstage. And that was the first time I met Jeff Conaway. And Jeff was 22. And he was playing Danny at the time.
Oh, is that right?
And other than Barry Bostwick, Jeff was the original idea, the thought, because Jeff had been doing Broadway since when he was 10 years old.
Right.
And he did his first show with Celeste Holm and Edward Mulhare. I mean, some great classic actors. And,
Right.
and his mom was Mrs. Conaway was a studio dance teacher in New York, and so a lot of the kids.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
his
so
sister was on the set all the time.
right, Michelle was there, and then
Yeah,
and they
she was
knew John
always there.
Travolta. Their whole families knew each other in Brooklyn and Bronx, and so
Mm-hmm.
John Travolta actually took lessons from Jeff's mom. As well as
Is that
Tony
right?
Danza. Yeah, Tony Danza, the rest of them, they all took movement body classes from Jeff's mom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
so when we saw Grease, actually, Mary Lou Henner and John Travolta were both in the chorus. They were not big parts at that time. There's a picture of me and Jeff, as you can see. Jeff
Isn't life funny? Isn't life ironic? How
I
it turned
know
around like that.
how it switched around, and that was the
Yeah.
reason. So because John's Q rating was so big. When he just finished doing Saturday Night Fever, that was one of the reasons I knew that he got Grease. That that the guy that wrote the original, I forget his name escapes me. The guy that wrote the original Broadway musical of Grease wanted Jeff in the movie, and he told Carr, I said, I want Jeff in here some way. And then John said, yeah, I want him to play K.N.K. And that's
Right.
they all because they've been friends for so long, and that's how that
and
happened.
you know, Ian, Grease Lightning was Jeff's number. You know.
Yeah, I know
That
when
was
he played
K.N.K.'s
K.N.K.
number.
And then
Randall Kleiser, he told me, he said, the hardest thing I ever did, the Paramount executive said, no, we want John to sing this. And he had to go to Jeff and say, look, I'm sorry, but they want John to sing. And he said, and Jeff was like devastated. And he fought a little bit. What's he going to do? He gave in.
Yeah.
But that was originally Jeff's number.
Yeah, as it was in the play. So I actually asked him about that, and he mentioned that story that you just tapped onto. So
Yeah.
I know that the heartaches of Hollywood and stuff, but
Yeah, he squatted too, Jeff was taller than John. Jeff's like an inch or two taller than John.
He'd always-
You watch the whole film, he scrunches down a little every scene together because he didn't want to look taller than John. So
I
Jeff
know.
said the whole film he squatted down a little bit. You'll see like they're marching, we go together at the end. You can see Jeff kind of scrunching a little bit.
yeah, he always I know the scenes when they were talking about asking him to be a lieutenant to drive the car near the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Jeff told me he actually stood his legs broader to bring his height down because he was.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because both Jeff and I are both 6'2", and
Right.
and John's like 6 feet. So
Right.
and he wasn't wearing the high boots that they'd asked him to wear because it was bugging his feet and stuff. Were you in that final scene or that scene when they were driving up and down the LA River?
No, I wasn't there for that. No.
For those of you in the peanut gallery,
comes out like the hooker. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You always seem to miss
too much on
out,
the film,
Eddie.
but I was like very interspersed. I'd work and then I'd have a week off, work a couple days. Jeff was, by the way, I love Jeff now. We did many shows together, Jeff and I, many signing shows. He was like a brother to me. But when we did Grease, he was the one cast member I didn't like. He was scary. He was just like a scary, gnarly guy. And he tried to get me laid, with a hooker. He tried to get me laid. You want to get laid? Yeah, all right. I was 20 years old. I was so green. I was as green as a lime. So he said, I'm going to get you a hooker. And I was scared out of my wits. I was so naive. I was in my dressing room real scared, but it never happened.
That's a
He
good
was going to get
story.
me laid.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I hope
These are
Michelle.
the inside Grease stories.
Yeah,
folks.
I'm going to say
Love
to Jeff's
that.
sister
And,
Michelle.
yeah, here's the other one too. I had a huge crush on Susan Buckner.
Oh, did you really?
That was my first Hollywood crush. I was madly in love with her.
Well, you
And
know
I
she's
find
going to
out
be.
her and Jeff are in the next room. They're together in
I
the next
heard.
room. Yeah, going at it.
And I mean, I didn't
Tim
hear
Cox and
that,
Nick.
but I mean, Jeff told me.
Story of my
about-
life. Story of my life.
He had a thing. He and Susan had a thing together for a while.
Yeah, they had a thing going.
They, as a matter of fact, Susan's going to be our guest next week. So.
Oh, give her my love. I love
most
Susan.
definitely.
Yeah, we're all Facebook pals, all of us. We know that.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
Susan's
I
my
think
Facebook pal, Barry. Yeah, and you got to get Barry on
Barry
too.
Pearl, right, and also
Yeah.
Jan, and maybe
Yeah.
Kelly Ward. It looks like the show's kind of having a Grease theme for the first month of our show.
Got it. Kelly Ward, my last voiceover job, he directed me. Believe it or not.
Really?
He does cartoons now. And he gave me a ride home. It was late at night, and I don't drive. So, oh God, I'm gonna have to take the bus home. It was like 7:30 at night. They don't. And then Kelly, we talked. He goes, I want to talk to you. So I want to drive you home. So he drove me all the way down. We reminisced about the Grease years, talked about Jeff and John and everybody. Yeah, he's a wonderful guy. Totally nice guy.
Now, do you sing? Because I noticed that you sang on the Grease soundtrack as well.
I
Is that
sang
true?
Jim on one song. I sang on "We Go Together."
Yeah.
But
That's the
like
last
all
song.
of us, we signed a disclaimer. We didn't get any money for it. But over all these years, Barry's the one in charge. We keep getting these settlements. They'll send us like $2,000. Here's something, da 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 da. But it's like begrudging,
that's
We'll have
pretty
to wait.
good.
Like they play Grease on The Big Bang Theory. They play We Go Together on the Big Bang Theory. And it took like 2 years, but we got a settlement of like $2,000. There's a grease pinball machine in Vegas, or grease I
think Ian has a plan for you, but I think he's going to tell you later about that. You know,
Right.
just letting you know that he has this major plan for you.
We do. We have a campaign for Eddie
Wink,
Deason.
wink. Just be careful, Eddie. I'm just letting you know.
Exactly. Well, when you're 20, you just sign anything, Oh my God, I'm going to sing on the Grease album. So I would have signed my soul to the devil, You just sign anything. So I signed the contract. You don't know what's going on. And apparently, the rest of the cast was the same way. They don't get any money. I know John and Olivia do, but the rest of us have to fight for it.
I think that's what Ian might be wanting you to do later there, Eddie. Wink, wink. I'm just letting you know, just preparing you for later. Just letting you know.
We talked about our campaign, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Eddie, I want to ask you a couple quick questions before we get back to Greece. But
sure.
Well, you have a terrific story to share about the time you had lunch with John Belushi and Steven Spielberg when you were doing 1941, which is a cult classic of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened.
I was working on 1941. I had met John Belushi. He was at the premiere of I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Right.
And we met at the party. We sat on the couch and talked together. And I love the guy. Totally nice, wonderful guy, just a great guy. I meet him around, you bump into people I meet around the studio here and there. But one day it was 1941, we were at lunch. Steven Spielberg turns to me. He's with Belushi and Aykroyd. He goes, "Hey, Eddie, you want to have lunch with us?" So, of course, I have a conniption, I tried to keep as cool as I could. You're like Jackie Gleason, hum. But I'm like, okay, oh, yeah, sure. So I go out. We all go out to lunch together. I sat like a stuffed idiot for the lunch was probably like an hour and a half. We go to the commissary. We were put in the back. And it was the four of us there, and those three are talking. I'm sitting there like this kid, I don't remember saying a word, but I'm like listening to what they say. And I was like in a daze. Then I remember at the end, I didn't have money to pay. I ordered. I go, oh my God, I didn't bring any money. And then Steven picked up the tab. Luckily, that they just
luckily,
And I saw what it was like to be Steven Spielberg. He was there, and people would come up and go, "Mr. Spielberg, here's a script. Will you look at it? Yeah, put it over there. Mr. Spielberg, I drew this picture for you." And the guy had drawn a picture, a rendition. He gives it to him, And you got an idea. Steven Spielberg must, he goes through this every day of his life. But everybody was on. Even in those early days, they were all over him.
Oh, he's such a great guy. I met him.
He's a wonderful guy.
I know. I worked with him on a couple of things, and just a really neat spirit. And a lot of people think he's so being that high epsilon in Hollywood. I remember saw him in an interview with Oprah, I think it was, and where he talked about how he took his turn to do the carpool to pick up the kids at school. Just like any other parent. Oh yeah, he just
amazing.
Here's a guy, driving the station wagon and pick up his kids and a bunch of other kids that lived in. Because he lives up in Pacific Palisades. And I won't tell you where he lives, but there are armed dogs there ready to bite and everything. I have a note here from my producer that says, and I have to put my eyes on here. Excuse me, Eddie, for just a second.
Sure.
It says, Ian loves Eddie. Okay.
Who am I to judge?
Oh, okay. I have a quick question for you, Eddie. From our executive producers running the board tonight, Gary wants to know if you can do what is it? Mandrake? Is it Mandrake from Dexter? Mandark, excuse me.
Not the laugh.
I don't know. Can you just give us a little blurb on a little soundbite of the voice that you did from
All right.
Dexter?
I'm not as young as I used to be. All right, Dexter, it's me now. You and me against you, Dexter, and I won it. And I want to get the beautiful Dee for my girlfriend.
Let's give a big cheer for Mr. Eddie Deason on that one. All right, yeah. Eddie, do you remember any of... Now, did they have... Because as you get older, but your voice pretty much has stayed the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you and I have done voiceovers in the past together and stuff. Right. I want to ask you, have you done... when you did Polar Express, did they have to tweak your voice, anything to make you sound as though you were still 10 years old?
No, Polar Express was my straight voice all the way, 100%.
Can you give us a little soundbite on that one, too? Because that is my favorite movie.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go.
Oh, look, Herpelsheimer's. There, look at all those presents. I want them all.
Oh, great. You're a rock, Eddie. Absolutely right.
That was great.
You bring back a lot
I Want to Hold Your Hand. That was his first film.
Oh,
and he wrote me into Polar Express. He wrote me and he remembered me. I went and auditioned. This goes into a really, really off-color story. Do you want to hear this off-color story? Can I tell it on the radio?
Yeah, go ahead. We got time.
Okay, and edit it out if you want, but this is a true story.
There's no editing here, Eddie. This is straight live. We're not run by the FCC, so you can say whatever you want. Just don't cuss.
Okay, this is true. This is a true story. When we did I Want to Hold Your Hand, we were on a promotional tour in New York. This is, in fact, the anniversary is tomorrow. It's April 21st, 1978. We were doing premiered on that day, but we're doing a promotional tour in New York. So one day on the tour, I get a call. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I get a call from Bob Zemeckis. Goes, Eddie, get up. What? I'm in bed. Hi, how are you? Goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm asleep. I'm tired. Da-da-da, whatever. He goes, you got to come downtown. No, I can't. I want to see. No, you got to see this. You won't believe this. But Bob, okay, you got to see this. So he's my director, and I love Bob. He goes, take a cab. We'll pay for it. I get a cab downtown. It's Bob Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg are sitting in this club. I go into the club. The club is called Plato's Retreat.
Oh, no.
So it's me,
I know
Bob
Plato's
Zemeckis
Retreat.
and Steven Spielberg are in this club. It's 3 stories of people, literally, I'll say this delicately on the air, having intercourse. This was the days before AIDS, but it was this club. People used to have intercourse in public, and it was 3 stories. It was like a Roman orgy. There was, imagine one floor of people. You sat in the middle, and there's like a circle around you of people having sex. Then there was a second floor of people having sex. Then there was a third floor of people having sex. So me, Steven, and Bob are sitting there. We're like, it was the most surreal night of my life. You sit there, you can't believe it. We ordered drinks, we're watching, we're watching these people screw around us. Like hundreds and hundreds of couples are screwing around. Me, Steven Spielberg, and Bob Zemeckis. It's a true story.
Now, why would they want to meet you down at Plato's Retreat? I don't understand that.
He just wanted me to see it. He goes, you won't believe this. It was just something so weird and so surreal. Obviously, they wouldn't do it nowadays.
Of course not.
In 1978, you could do stuff like that.
Yeah. And I remember how big it was in L.A. Everyone knew about Plato's Retreat.
That's pretty funky.
Yeah. Oh, they had one in L.A. too?
No. Well, I mean, the one it was in New York. They had one in Los Angeles. They had like Plato's Retreat West and stuff. It was a big thing that was kind of a spin-off of Half Nerd and all that stuff.
When we did, when I auditioned for Polar Express, I went in, and I was just supposed to dub some lines in. It was Bob Zemeckis there, and you're supposed to dub a few lines. So I dubbed a few lines in. And Bob was back in the sitting room. He put a thumbs up. He meant I did good. Thumbs down means do it again. And I go, he looked kind of blasé. So I go, I love Bob. I want to talk to him. He's my old friend. So he comes out. I go, hey, Bob, do you remember that time we went to Plato's Retreat with Steven? And he brightened up. He got a big smile. He goes, yeah, they closed that place down years ago. And we started talking as friends again. And I always thought that was a turning point that he wrote the bigger role for me in Polar Express.
Oh, that's sweet.
Originally, I was just supposed to loop in a few lines.
Oh, cool. That's so cool. And you got a chance to work with Tom Hanks, of course.
Yeah.
Now, when
Tom Hanks, wonderful guy, the most wonderful guy you can imagine.
I've known Tom for years, and he's a great guy. Well, Kim has a couple questions, and then we're going to open the questions to our
Actually, I have
gallery.
about 12.
12?
Okay. Do you have some time, Eddie?
Sure.
All right, cool.
No, I didn't participate in Plato's Retreat, if that's your first question.
Well, no, we kind of figured.
Well,
nice
the first
Jewish boy from
thing
Cumberland.
is that, I grew up with the Gong Show.
And you didn't see me, did you, Kim?
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of.
I've never seen my own episode on that.
You did?
No, I didn't see it. I did the Gong Show. I remember it was November of '76, and then it was on like the 29th. But I didn't get to see it. It was preempted or something. I never got to saw that, but I always wanted to see it.
So, what's your question?
I'll have to Google that. I'm just curious if that was true. If he was
on it?
Yeah.
Yes, that was my TV debut. I did the Gong Show with Chuck Barrett.
Oh, did you really?
Wonderful guy.
Didn't he just die or something again?
I was just curious, and then I caught wind of like
you said you wanted to ask him out. You were saying you were going to ask.
Do you want to go out, Eddie? I mean, sure. I'm a good.
I'll try anything once. Sure.
Zinger! Okay, Eddie D's, I'm with a zinger. Whoa, hey.
Well,
I did the Gong Show in '76. Okay.
Wow.
Paul Williams gonged me. He was on the panel. He gonged me. Now, I met him like 25 years later. We were at an audition together, and he goes, Eddie, I go, Mr. Williams, I was on the Gong Show, and you gonged me. He goes, Eddie, I want to sincerely apologize. He was sincere, like he killed my mother. He goes, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I go, don't be silly, Mr. Williams. You gonged me. It was on the Gong Show. It was a lark. It's no big deal. I got $100 out of it, or I got a waffle iron or something. He goes, no, I really have to apologize. He goes, I'm an Alcoholics Anonymous.
Well, if you still have that $100, you can still take me out for a good dinner.
So he was really sincere. He really thought he hurt me. I go, no, don't be silly. It was nothing.
Right.
Okay, she got a couple more questions here, and then we're going to open up to our peanut gallery here, Eddie.
All right, I'm a big music lover. What was
you still there?
He doesn't like me. I don't think he likes me anymore.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, my God. I don't think he likes me anymore.
He loves you. Go ahead.
Eddie, you still there?
He's bleeping us out after the Plato's Retreat story.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful what you say.
Okay. Well, it's too late now, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, all the kids under the age of 10, please close your ears. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Kim.
Well, I'm a big music lover, so I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, sure.
What CD do you have in your car right now?
I don't drive.
He doesn't drive.
Oh.
I can't drive. I get driven
buses
around
everywhere.
or take the bus.
Yes.
What CD do you have in your mind right now?
Probably a Beatles. I usually listen to Beatles. I'm reactionary music-wise. Beatles are my favorite. I like early Elvis, stuff like that. 60s music I love.
I gotcha.
The Stones I love Chicago, stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Now there's a big, for those of you out there in the peanut gallery, if you go on the website Beatles on Facebook, you'll see Eddie posting stuff on there all the time. And so if you're big, Eddie and I always talk about Beatles stuff all the time because we like movie trivia. And Eddie, when you see him on Facebook, he posts. I'm going to say that correctly, in caps. So he's not yelling at you. That's just the way he posts is in caps.
Yeah.
So
the only nasty people I've met on Facebook is the nicest people in the world. I like thousands of nice people. The only mean people I've ever met is the people that get mad at me for posting in caps.
I don't. I think it's great.
I post in caps.
Like I'm some kind of a Nazi or something.
No, you're not a Nazi. But Kim posts in caps. I tried, and then my partner Matt got pissed at me because he thought I was mad at the world.
I am in advertising. Ian, be quiet for a second.
Sorry.
I am in advertising, okay? So I am constantly making headers and stuff. So I post in caps, and every time I try to talk to Ian, he yells at me. He thinks that he's like, "Why are you screaming?" I said, "Look, I'm an advertising."
Blame Matt because Matt got mad at me. I did that one time. He goes, "Why are you so pissed off?" Blah, 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 blah. I don't mean to. I just like caps. They look beautiful to me.
The pages I'm on now, they all know me. My own pages, my friends, they all know me. Eddie's typing, but they'll get a newbie. There'll be a newbie when they go, "Why are you typing in caps?" I'm like, "Oh God, another newbie." So I have to inaugurate this guy.
I know. You have to tell the story over and over.
57 years. This is how I just do it. I don't do it to hurt anybody.
Somebody else does it too.
Well, then maybe you guys should go on a date. You can have a cap dinner. I don't know.
Okay. I got another question for you. Do you own a refrigerator at least?
Yes.
Because I know if you don't own a car. Okay, so what?
I'm not living in poverty or anything, Kim. It's just I don't have a car. I don't drive.
All right. Well, I'll drive you somewhere wherever you need to go next time. But
she may be in LA in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
so if you do,
I might be.
And it's right there on Santa Monica Boulevard in West LA. So you can talk.
Awesome. Okay, so I just want you
we
to
have
name
a television and a toilet and everything here.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Modern convenience.
Oh my God.
What will they think of next? Go ahead.
Okay, I want you to name one thing that's in your refrigerator right now.
Without looking, because I'm sitting beside you. You don't want me to look?
No, not really.
Okay, let me see, Kim. Okay, well, it's hardly a great answer, but I have a bunch of grapes in there. I have bottles of milk.
Bottles of milk?
Like that.
Bottles of milk?
Bottles of milk.
I get my milk in bottles.
Oh, I get mine in cartons.
You get them in glass? You get them in the glass bottles?
Yeah, I like the glass bottles.
Those are the best. I mean, they're still...
Oh, they're nice and cold.
Well, yeah, in LA, they have the creamery.
Nice and cold, yeah.
Do you get the ones that come from the creamery that come into the local stores that have the glass bottles? They don't get them here in Florida.
Yeah, we go to Gelson's.
Oh, I love Gelson's.
Yeah,
I miss LA. Oh, my gosh.
Market.
Well, I lived in Pasadena, and we had a Gelson's in Pasadena, and I loved going to that place because they had some of the best food. We just had... Are you ready for this, Eddie? We just opened a Trader Joe's here. That's how far
is that right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the people that own In-N-Out Burger to open out here because
the In-N-Out Burger.
People in Florida have no idea until they have an In-N-Out Burger.
An internet burger?
In-N-Out Burger, not an in or out burger.
It's an internet burger.
Not the internet burger, Kim. It's an in or out burger.
So either you can go in or out to get the burger?
Well,
I don't get it.
Their whole thing was when they built in 1955, same year that McDonald's was there. The first one was in Pasadena.
I understand Five Guys because Five Guys can make a burger.
Right, but they
can't change a light bulb. But
what?
It's an internet burger because you can't go in or out.
Well, see, with In-N-Out, their thing was the drive-through. They were the ones that formatted. Remember that? And they had that walk-up. But as you see, you know that, Eddie. I mean, you see all the In-N-Outs.
Were they the first ones, Ian? You mean they did that? They were the first ones?
The first ones that did drive-thrus, even before McDonald's.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why it was In-N-Out Burger. But it's a family-owned business, and they've now decided to expand because all these people that left L.A. and moved to Colorado, that's as far west as they've gone is Colorado and Texas and Arizona. And they had the big one in Vegas. They had that big one. If you go up on I-15, you see that big sign that says In-N-Out Burger. And Five Guys got nothing. That's the big argument right now. Forbes magazine.
If Five Guys can make a burger, it better be good.
Well, Five Guys do make a good burger, but Lacey and I know they just don't stand In-N-Out Burger. No, the double animal style is the best.
I'm kidding you.
Yeah, double.
Okay, you're done with Peanut Gallery? Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, Wanda, come on in. You have a number one fan here, Eddie. Miss Wanda has
Wanda.
Wanda, come on in. Come on, Wanda. Come on over. Grab a seat. Put the headsets on real quick. Grab a seat. Just sit down. Sit. Come on, Wanda. Okay, guys from the Peanut Gallery, as soon as you come on in, grab a seat real fast. Okay, and ask Eddie your question.
How are you?
Sit up.
Hi, Wanda. How are you?
Good.
Happy Easter.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Would it be possible if I could get an autographed picture of you?
Okay, here's the thing. You're a totally nice lady. my friend, they charge $4, okay? Because
All right.
everybody asks for free ones. I used to send out free ones, but they have to charge $4 now. But if you're willing to pay $4, of course I can send you one.
Of
And I
course.
apologize for saying that, but that's the way we do it.
Postage.
Yeah, that's really nice though.
Yeah, he's got to pay for
If you're willing to
postage.
spend $4, it's you know how affluent you are.
Okay.
And I've got your address, so I'll give it to her, and then she can request you out.
Okay,
and go from
sure.
there.
It'll be my pleasure, Wanda.
Thank
Grease.
you.
Grease is my favorite movie of all.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, girls love that movie. Yeah.
Especially from a girl named Wanda. Not a fish,
right.
but a girl named Wanda.
I know. I always wanted to have a Olivia
Any
Newton
specific
John's
question
pants.
other than just the autograph? All right,
Those were
thanks.
so sexy.
Anybody else in the peanut gallery?
Oh, and thanks for being my friend, Facebook friend.
Sure, Wanda, my pleasure.
All right.
Okay, anybody else? Yeah, Matt's got a quick question for you.
Okay, Matt.
All right, Matt's going to come here. And Matt's
Okay.
about 10'3", so he's a big guy.
Okay.
Kind of looks like Mr. Clean. You remember the big guy with the bald head?
But better looking.
Hi, Matt. Happy Easter. I'm sorry. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you,
Pesach,
Eddie.
Happy Passover if you're Jewish.
Hey, when are you gonna be coming to Tampa?
You know, that's a good question. I no plans to go there unless there was a show or something, you know. If there's a show there, a signing show, I'll go anywhere. I love doing them, but you know, it used to be, Matt, that they like when I was working more, they would pay. I'd go to Chicago and Boston and Detroit, and I do signing shows all over the country. Now that I'm not so hot, and I think the budgets are down now, they don't pay for your airfare or rooms anymore, so I can't afford to go. But if there was like a show and they would pay for my room and airfare, I'd go in a minute. I'd go anywhere.
Well, we have the Florida Film Industry Expo coming up in August.
Okay. Well, again, if they would pay for me, I would do it. I'd do it, you know, in a second.
I'll tell you, Eddie, as we know that we try to, this year's going to be women in film, so if you want to come and drag, I think it'd be fantastic to have you.
Okay.
But
Sounds
I tell you,
good.
as our budget grows, we'd love to have, you're my first list to get you out here.
Okay.
So, and you definitely have a draw because you have a big fan base here in Tampa. You'd be
Oh,
surprised.
cool.
Well, you know, Susan doesn't live very far. She lives over in Palm Beach. She's about 200 miles away. But
Yeah, she came out for the Grease show. We had a big Grease
Yeah.
signing. I think it was 2011, and I got to see her for the first time in years.
Yeah, so she's-
Frankie Avalon did her first show with us.
right. So I'm gonna be
was
talking
great.
to Susan, and hopefully, I know Olivia just started a new show in Vegas this last week. So if she's got the time
Yeah,
off
we
for that
wanted
weekend,
to see her.
did you
My
go?
mom and I went to Vegas in March. Mom takes me out there, and we went. We wanted to see Olivia. I wanted to see the show so much, but she wasn't there till this month.
Okay. Oh, really?
Or is it next month? I'm sorry, whatever it is. But we wanted to see her in March.
Okay. Well, that's cool. And we have another gal. Her name is Jacqueline Chase. He has a
Jacqueline.
question for you.
Okay.
Jacqueline, come on in. We like to call her Mama J around here, and she's pretty much
Oh, okay.
responsible for getting the start for me and my show here, Eddie. And this is Mama J. We call her Jacqueline Chase. Jacqueline, do you have a question for Mr. Deason?
Hello, Eddie.
Hi, honey.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Is this,
you
a,
as
is,
well.
this, is this an internet dating show? Some of the way you guys are talking to each other. Hi, Eddie.
I.
Hi.
We need to put up the
It
900.
was totally unexpected,
lines.
Eddie, that he would drag me in here and say, "Ask him a question."
Well,
so,
why would I drag you unless you want to drag? You want to drag?
Are you spiritual or
Yes, I am.
religious?
Yes. I won't get into it that deep, but definitely, I definitely believe we're spirits. I definitely believe we're spirits and bodies, and we are eternal souls. In Hollywood, I'm in Hollywood, you know. So Hollywood is a very secular city. It's very secular. You just die, and that's it. And most of my friends believe that, and that's what they want to believe. But I know I'm a spirit, and I know we're all immortal spirits. We're just in bodies like coats, you know.
Amen.
You go into a coat, like you put on a winter coat, and you wear it, and you take it off, and that's what we are in bodies. But it lasts like 80 years. You're in a coat. You're in a body.
I agree with that.
Awesome. Well, then you can call into my show on Thursdays.
Okay, what's your show?
It's Mama J Speaks Unlimited from 2 to 3, and Late Enough with Mama J from 7 to 8 on Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
And,
All right.
and Eddie,
Sounds
I owe a
Ian
lot.
was on there.
I was on her guest. I was a guest on her show. As a matter of fact, that's how I got this show. Was that she prompted me because we were Facebook friends. I actually came to see Christmas Carol. That's how we first met.
Yeah, at
Oh,
church.
yeah.
And we were doing it back in December, and then she came to see it. And
I'm like, you're on my
we got-
Facebook page.
You might Facebook friend. I know you from somewhere, right? She's like,
Gotta love Facebook.
There you go.
I'm addicted.
Oh, I know, me too.
No
I'm
cigarette addict or drug addict is addicted as I am to Facebook.
I know. It's my whole social medium. I'm there.
Yeah.
My wife's out playing poker and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Thousands of the nicest people.
You do. You finally, and you really find out. Today, a lifelong friend who I thought was I won't mention his name. I'm just about to, but I won't. I thought this guy was a lifelong friend of mine. Totally dished me today. Totally,
really?
completely.
Did he hurt your feelings?
What happened?
I mean, this guy just went off the deep end.
Did you cry?
Why? What happened?
Well, it's a long story, but I had posted a thing about Edwards. There was a thing that Kathleen and Edwards Cleaver, and they started the Black Panther Party unit, and as a result. And so I posted this thing of Kathleen. They were talking about the afro, and it was a period thing that I posted, and I made a comment about how I met with them and how he went there through the religious transitions and so forth, and everything that was going on. And he decided to diss him. And I said, well, he's not such a bad guy. And he just kept going on and on and on. So I responded. It just got heated to the point where just
he was having a bad ego trip.
The guy is so narcissistic. It's just beyond me. So I'm coming this close. And I've known this guy since 6th grade. And I came close to just cutting him off and just saying enough.
I found a lot of people on Facebook that I haven't talked to in years.
Well, I love Facebook.
All my old school pals.
Mine too.
My hometown has a page, and I meet all these old people I grew up with.
Me too.
Yeah,
so it has its good and...
Oh, see you later.
Okay. All right. Well, we got one more question for you. Thank you, Mama J, for coming in. We're going to talk with you a little bit later.
Okie dokie.
And thanks for coming in because
Thanks
celebration.
for the warning.
All right. Oh, shut up. I love her to death. Not.
Oh, wait.
Anyway. Put the headsets back. All right. And we have another one. This is Samantha.
Hello, Samantha.
Samantha's looking awful fine tonight. I didn't say that. By the way, did you call my wife to make sure she was still coming?
I did.
And did she finally answer the phone?
No comment.
Okay, well. I'm in trouble.
I just have to ask. This is a question that's been weighing on my mind from the beginning of this show tonight. How hard was it watching Sandy in those leather pants and not staying concentrated on that derriere?
I wanted those pants so bad.
That is a great question. And all the guys were checking her out. I remember even before that, we were checking out her legs. I remember sitting in the bleachers, and we were talking about Olivia's legs. We were checking them out. We go, she has nice legs. And one guy goes, oh, they're pretty good. I go, no, she has nice legs. But she did look hot. I remember the day. I remember when we filmed that. And, yeah, she looked really hot. But remember, I had a crush on Susan Buckner. So when you have a crush on somebody, you keep looking at them. So I looked at Olivia. I remember her in the pants. But I was always looking at Susan Buckner all through the shoot. I was always looking to see where she was. You know when you get a crush on somebody, you're like talking and you want to see this. So I was always looking for Susan.
So she's the one that made you forget your lines.
Oh, unequivocally, yeah.
Hey, do you still stay in touch with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John?
No. I saw John. I was real sick in 2001, very sick, and John and I had the same doctor. And John stopped by the doctor, and he stopped the car, and we talked for a while. That was the last time I saw him. 2001, and Olivia I haven't seen I don't think I've seen her since Greece.
The same doctor.
Wow. That's long time. We see him a couple of times. He was actually down here for the Sunscreen Film Festival a couple of years ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, he came in and he lives in Ocala. He and his wife and family. So he flies his own plane. Plus, he's a big Scientologist, and the Scientologist. Other than in Hollywood, the other big headquarters is in Clearwater. So he flies in. From what I hear,
in his driveway or something.
He does. He's got a 707 and 2 Learjets. One's a Gulfstream and a small one. And he flies in from Ocala. He flies into Clearwater St. Pete Airport. Takes an SUV that's all darkened out.
Is he married or single?
No,
I'm very available.
Kelly Preston's his wife.
Oh darn!
And then he drives in. It's like a Green Hornet thing where he goes into the building. The facade of the building opens up. And he drives in and it shuts down. So it's like a whole mystery.
Cool? That is too cool.
It's pretty wild. But he's down, and then we see Tom Cruise from his family lives in Clearwater as well. So
I didn't know
Kirstie
that.
Alley has a house in Clearwater too. So all the Scientologists live down here. But anyway,
thank you for answering the question.
Cheers, Samantha.
Thank you.
Happy Easter, honey.
Happy Easter to you too.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right. Thank you, Samantha. So, Eddie, you've got 2 hot dates coming. You got one with Kim and one Samantha. I'm telling you.
That's right.
You're on a roll, Mel.
I cook good.
Well, they all sound good over the phone. That's the thing about women.
I tell you,
I'm sure they're
they
beautiful
do.
girls.
Trust me. If you friend Samantha Saravelli, you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Okay. We have a quick question here for 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay.
So I see that you like Benny Hill.
I love Benny Hill.
Yes, I remember
one of my heroes. He died today.
Oh.
Did he really?
He was on my Facebook page. Well, it was 1992, but this is the day he died.
I was going to say he died a while back, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was like
He was
12
watching TV in his
when I
easy
watched
chair. He
him.
was watching TV in his easy chair, and he just keeled over. They found him a couple days later. He was dead in his apartment a couple days later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Genius.
He's
Brilliant comedic genius. I
started-
love him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
sad
started
to
watching
hear
him like
about
when I was
what
12.
was the other one, too.
But I like Faulty Towers. Do you like Faulty Towers?
You know, I've never seen that, Kim, but I've heard it's so good, but I've never seen it.
Faulty, oh my gosh,
That's the
you
British
have
comedy-
to watch
John Lennon
that.
liked that. That was one of John
Yeah, it was
Lennon's
one of his
favorite
favorites.
shows.
Really?
Yeah, he loved that show.
I did too. I like Basil and I love John Cleese. That is such an amazing. You have to watch that. There's only.
now I look like a
they have
ghost now?
Like one box set.
Amber
of it.
just
It's
came in
funny.
because she said I needed a touch up. Now I look like something from the.
You look like Casper. now.
Thank you. Thanks, Amber. That was great. Beautiful. Thank
You
you.
look like
That's what-
Casper, but you're good.
Well, you know what? She needs a little bit on her
No,
pottery.
I don't want nothing.
No.
All right,
no,
go ahead.
No,
I'll
here it comes. Just a
I'll
little
take
bit.
up
Oh
the
no, here it
water.
comes. Who? Oh hey, not fair.
Look, she gets
looks
clean
great.
treatment.
She looks great, and she's done bass, and she's done eyeliner, and I look like Bozo the Clown.
I play the bass guitar.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I play rhythm. Maybe we should start on bass. Andy, do you play an instrument?
No, I faked the flute. We had it's called the flutophone in elementary school. It's like a flute, and I faked it for 4 years.
Did you play like Jethro Tull?
No, it wasn't near as good as that. We played like Yankee Doodle Dandy, stuff like that, but I faked it literally for 4 years. I just blow and puff, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I got away with it.
Did you do a good job?
Yeah, I faked it, and I got away with it for 4 years.
That's great. You got
Yeah.
away with it for 4 years, Eddie. You did.
4 years we were in group that play Yankee Doodle, and all the kids were diligently playing the notes, and I would puff and blow, and I got away with it for 4 years. They never caught me that I didn't have
You played
any idea what I
Yankee
was
Doodle
doing.
for 4 years.
4 years.
I just faked it the whole time. Eddie, you know what?
That's
You were such an
hilarious.
easygoing guy, and you come across as just Mr. Friendly. You always put a smile on your face just by people hearing your voice. I got to ask
thank
the
you.
$64,000 question. Is there anything that ever
Sure.
really ticks you off?
Let me see.
Has Eddie just
Mean,
never had a
nasty
mad
people,
moment?
You know, mean people, like anybody. It's like Miss America, I don't like mean to saw, but mean people get me mad, and I can blow up. I can blow up like anybody else, If somebody's really cruel or mean, I can really get angry.
I can imagine, especially in Los Angeles, how some people just do whatever, and you're
Once in a while, yeah. It's like I find it's literally like 1 in 100. I'll meet 99 nice people, and then there'll be the one asshole, the one jerk. You just meet them. Yeah.
Well, I know that you being a celebrity actually saved your life one time, didn't it, at the bus stop?
Yeah, that's a true story with Grease. Grease saved my life.
Really?
I'm sitting at
So
the bus
Grease
stop.
is the
okay,
word.
It's like 7 at night. I'm sitting there reading a book. This guy sits down. He looks like it's what time is it? So I go, oh boy, I don't feel like talking to this guy. So I said offhand, I go, it's 7:15. He goes, don't you diss me, man. So I looked up, and it's this savage guy. Goes, I said, don't you diss me, man. I realized this guy's a gangbanger. I'm sitting there with this gangbanger. He's like this thug, he could kill me. He's like, tries to make me. He's sitting there. So then a couple of his friends come. There's like 3 or 4 of them there. They were leather-clad gangsters. They're gangbangers there. I thought, these guys are going to kill me. We were out in this isolated bus stop. We were the only people there. It was kind of dark. They could easily have killed me, or they could have robbed me, okay? Then they all start huddling up, these guys. They huddle together. I go, what the devil? They come over. They go, hey, you're the guy in Grease, man? Go, yeah, that's me. I'm Eugene, yeah. I get the pine break. I start to go, Olivia Newton-John, she was real hot, wasn't she, man? I go, yeah, Olivia, she was real hot, da-da-da. So I kept them going for a while. Luckily, the bus came pretty soon after that. The bus came. Hey, nicey, I shook all their hands, and I got on the bus, and I got away. But they would have killed me. I think if I wasn't in Greece, they could easily have killed me, or they could at least rob me or beat me up.
Grace saved
Oh,
your
I
life.
know.
Senseless. I mean, I could barely beat up a girl, let alone a gangbanger, and there were 4 of these guys.
Right.
Wow.
What?
Hey, being in the movie industry, I want to ask you a quick question. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Mm-hmm.
Hard Day's Night, the Beatles.
Really?
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. I love The Hustler with Paul Newman.
Right.
I love Tombstone. That was my favorite Western.
Okay.
And I love Matchstick Men. I love that movie. Nicolas Cage.
Wow.
Yeah.
My favorite of all time is Mr. Holland's Opus with Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, yeah, Richard Dreyfuss, sure.
Oh, I love that movie.
American
I love
Graffiti,
Oh,
yeah.
American Graffiti, yeah, that's right. And just oh yeah, and but there was something else I wanted to ask you. But Kim, did you?
Sure.
There was something else.
Well, I did want to ask him something. I'm an actress as well, and I'm.
I didn't know that, Kim.
Yes, and I'm getting into voiceovers, and I just actually did
cool.
a movie. It's a zombie movie. It's a graphic novel, and I really had a good time doing that. So I've noticed that you do a lot of cartoon voices and stuff, which we talked about a lot earlier today as well. it seems like you've done a lot, you know.
Yeah, I drifted over into voiceovers after I started. I had a hard time memorizing lines in movies. It got worse and worse, and I drifted over into voiceovers.
So
I started doing them, and it got more and more, and I finally transferred almost entirely to voiceovers now.
Well, how did you get into that? Because there's a lot of people out there who's listening as well that, you know, might be interested in doing voiceovers or...
Well, my story's kind of weird. It was a million to one shot, but I had done... I was doing movies and all, and they were fading out. It was like the late 80s, early 90s, and I was getting less and less roles. I did a few films with Fred Olin Ray, B movies, you know. And I was thinking, I was literally thinking of leaving the business. I was thinking of going home. So anyway, I'm sitting there looking downtown. I'm looking in the window of a jewelry store. This guy in a wheelchair is there. He just happens to be there. He goes, "Are you Eddie Deason?" "Yeah, how are you, sir?" I talk to you. He goes, "You know, you'd be great in voiceovers." This guy's name was Dick Glass. He's just this guy, a crippled guy, a handicapped guy in a wheelchair, you know. And he just says, "Would you like to meet my agent?" "Sure." And he was with ICM. And he goes, "Meet Jeff." And I met with Jeff at ICM, and Jeff hired me. And then I got all this work, Polar Express and Dexter's Lab, all the work from that. But just that I happened to bump into that guy. And then he died shortly after.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's not a story that'll give anybody a lesson because it was just an isolated story, but that's how I got into it.
I got you. What was your, just one more thing, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap that up, is what is your favorite character that you did? Oh, that's fine. What is your favorite character that you have done in the voiceover industry?
Probably Mandark, I guess. Mandark or Polar Express probably were the two best, yeah.
Well, I know that Polar Express is definitely one of the... probably the
well, you were on
most memorable.
Darkwing Duck too, right?
Darkwing. Yeah,
I did Darkwing Duck, yeah.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck, and that I remember. Darkwing Duck,
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Tim Curry was a wonderful guy.
Oh, yeah.
Love Tim
Eddie,
Curry.
have you ever worked with Bob Bergen?
Oh, he's awesome. Tim
Yeah,
Curry.
Bob Bergen's a great guy. I love him.
He's an old buddy of mine, yeah. We used to have the same agent for a while, and he did, after Mel Blanc died, there was a bunch of us that took over the Warner Brothers character stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's a good gig.
Oh, yeah. And then, I was fortunate enough when Jim Cummings had laryngitis, and someone knew that I had done Tigger's voice, just kind of...
You do a good Tigger. Do you want to do it
now?
now?
I did it for the Tigger movie.
Well, do it now.
Well, hold on.
Do it now.
I got to clear my throat.
Come on. We got
You two are like a married couple.
No kidding. Angie, I love you. I don't care what Eddie says. I love you.
He's lucky that I'm here for an hour with him.
Oh, my gosh. She's got a long drive home, Eddie, let me tell you.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to get the whole group. Because I literally, when I auditioned for it, they found out through a friend, and I was auditioning. They had the casting director, Andy Morano, that was over at Disney at the time. And there was her casting. And I was literally on a cell phone. I was at LAX, and I was dropping off a friend. And a friend said, well, Jim Cummings got laryngitis. They need to fill up the movie and do some repeats. And I eventually did almost the whole movie.
Where's Tigger?
Okay, so then I literally think it's good. What a wonderful thing! A wonderful Tigger. Exactly. What do you think, fellows?
That's
and
cool.
I got me the job. There.
I would never even know that was you. That was very good.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's pretty cool.
And then we're free. I was just free radio, Air USA. I didn't get any credits because I asked them for it, and they didn't. I never.
And
got
the
any
cool
credits
part is that I got to interrupt him. I'm sorry, but I go to Disney all my life. I'm from Florida, right? So I'm riding Big Thunder Mountain. This is like my favorite ride. And he tells me that he's the dude from the train. Do that guy real quick.
You know that you've been to Disneyland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you sit in Thunder Mountain, right?
Yeah, that
you
was
put down
cool.
your belt, and this is what you hear. Hold on to your hats and glasses, boys and girls, and get ready for the wildest ride in the wilderness.
That was Ian.
That's me.
That's cool.
Is that you?
I did that when I was 20 years
That
old.
is so cool.
Yeah, so
Do
I
you get
love
residuals for that, or how
voiceover.
does that work?
What's that?
Do you get residuals for that, or how does it work?
Oh, man,
Do you
if
just
I
get
got a
paid
nickel
flat
for...
rate?
Well, Bill Shepard was the head of casting and voiceover at the time, and I was 20 years old. I knew nothing.
Right.
I only got paid $500 on the gig, and if I got a nickel for every time, I'd be flying you out here, and we'd be having pizza right now
Oh
with
my
Kim.
God! Yeah.
Can I do
yeah,
my
that's a weird one.
voiceover?
You have a voiceover? Oh, by the way, I did Eeyore too for that movie.
I did a voiceover.
Oh dear, what are you gonna do, Pooh? Oh my,
I'm Eeyore all the time. I
Very
want to do
good.
my
She
voiceover.
is Eeyore because she lives alone.
alone. You meet these incredibly talented people. They're unbelievable.
Well,
So,
I was-
you don't know. Like we all know Robert De Niro
Right.
and Jack Nicholson, how talented they are. But these voiceover guys they're just talented in their own universe. They're just as talented the same way. They're unbelievable. I can't believe all these voices you're doing. See, I only do one voice.
I do
the
one.
one
Just do
voice.
you.
I want to do my voice.
Okay, Kim wants to
Let
do a
me hear.
voiceover thing. She's now auditioning for you, Eddie. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do my voice, okay?
Sure.
And then you tell me like 1 to 10.
Okay.
-5.
So this is the voice that I did for my new flick, The Zombies Chronicles.
Okay.
So I said, Well, damn, she just ain't eating. Look like she just ain't eating in a week, you know? What do you think of
That's
that?
very good. You're a hillbilly girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
got
good.
I got a shotgun too.
That's because she down there, live down there in the trailer, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
that's,
she's just
that's what
everywhere
my
she gonna
character
go, you know.
was.
We'll say it.
That's what my character was.
It's right, but sometimes I think it's really you, and you just don't want to let it out.
You're
know,
probably
kinda like-
right. I'm like Sybil, you know.
Kinda like
I have
Mr.
like
Haney.
a bunch of personalities.
I know, doesn't it, Mr. Haney, my Pat
Yeah.
Bettram? Yeah. Oh, Mr. Douglas. That's
Yeah.
more like him. He says,
Yes.
where's
Yeah,
Ava
like that.
Gabor when you need her? Of course, you know, that's all those fun little things. No, we had a great time. But yeah, I love Bob Bergen and all those guys. I miss them, you know, ever since I
Bob
moved
Bergen's a wonderful guy.
here. Wonderful individual. And he
Yeah.
does Porky
Jim Cummings,
Pig.
I love all these guys. They're
He
great.
did he does Marvin the Martian and stuff. But I was fortunate
Yeah,
to
Marvin the Martian.
I was fortunate before this other than Mel Blanc, I studied with Dawes Butler, who did all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Oh, he was Nancy Cartwright's mentor.
Yeah, Nancy was
Yeah,
there.
he's the
She
one that
was
got
a
Nancy
couple years
Cartwright's
ahead of
turn,
me.
yeah.
And
Yeah, Yogi Bear.
Yeah, I did a couple of yogis when they revamped some of the Hanna-Barbera. I did Yogi
Really?
Berra. Yeah, I'll do yogi for you. Hey, my boys, have a joyous come back with Mr. Righteous. Yay!
That's good. I grew up loving him. That was
Quick Straw
great.
McGraw, you know. Hey, Bubba, put on my mask. Come on. Come on. I can't
Very good, yeah.
Thank you very much,
remember that.
Merrill. But, I had a great agent with Arlene Thornton. You know Arlene. And she's
Yeah.
basically the voiceover queen agent in L.A. So with her for a couple. But I was mentored, as you know, from Gordon Jump, who was on WKRP. Gordon was like my dad. And,
really?
Oh, yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. He saw me in his show. I was doing The Hasty Heart back in the early 80s. And he came backstage and said, and we kind of knew a lot of mutual friends in the business, like Dick Wilson, who was Mr. Whipple, and people like that. And
Sure.
And so he said he wanted to do a two-man show called Mass Appeal with me in L.A. And we were actually doing the Olympic Theater in Santa Monica, not too far from where you live. And it never came to be, but we became fast friends, and he kind of mentored me for almost 30 years until he just passed away a few years ago. But he did a lot of, and he was the Maytag Meritman for about 20 years.
Jesse White.
Yeah, after Jesse White.
Oh, really?
Gordon
I
did
remember
it. Jesse White
when I was a kid,
left,
yeah.
and then it was Gordon for almost 20 years until he passed
Oh,
away.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Wasn't so pronounced at it, but he said at the time when he signed this multi-million-dollar contract for many years, I said, what do you do? He says, well, Maytag owns me. He said, if I got to go someplace at a heartbeat to speak at someone's graduation, stuff like that. Listen, Eddie, it's been great talking to you, but I want you to stay tuned because, this is the happening place today. And,
Right.
and it's so great talking with you. I just want you to kind of, if you don't mind hanging around with it for just a few more minutes.
Sure.
We are so pleased. We have actually two special guests that popped in today because this is the happening place. Right, gang? Whoa! The place is buzzing. We're rocking and rolling. I've had to change my Depends a few times. So, we're just, we're having a good time here. And one of the top singing sensations in the world, international, she's actually going to be singing in her concert coming up next Saturday night on the 26th. Is that right, 26th? It's going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe in Miami Beach. And we are pleased to bring on to the set right now. So, Eddie, do you have your computer in front of you?
Yeah.
Can you watch us now?
I'm pretty computer illiterate. I don't know
Well,
if
it's
I know how
real
to get
simple.
you.
You just go to the page
Okay,
where
I'm
you're trying
on
to look
it.
stuff up.
Okay, what do I do now?
Just
I have
go
the
under.
thing you put up on my page.
Okay, just go under Talkwad Studios. That's TALK WAD WAD Studios.com. And then when you go to
Which one is this? Well, you put a bunch of things on my thing. I'm trying to see which one it is.
Well, it's just the main frame of the TalkWadStudios.com.
It says Talk Inc. on air.
Right, that's us. So just click on and you'll see me and Kim.
Okay, let me click it.
You see us waving at you? I'm in an Argyle sweater.
I see you and Kim on there, yeah.
And then we have the illustrious 15-year-old singing sensation. Everybody give it up for Miss Maya Sienna. Let me tell you, Eddie, when you hear this song that is just rocking the charts, and it just every time I hear it, it's one of those feel-good songs.
Uh-huh.
We had the Talkie Awards here, which was to celebrate internet broadcasting here in Tampa. That's now we're going to possibly be coming out to LA, so hopefully we'll hook up, as well as Chicago, New York, and so forth, because it's the new wave, and that's the reason why we're doing this show. Is we're doing the simulcast with radio, television, and in doing so, Maya is just jumping on the
Hey,
charts.
we're on. I see you guys.
There you go. Hey.
I see you right now.
There you go. There you are. Cool. All right. So
Look at this. It's magic. You're right on the computer. You mean you've been hearing me on this?
yeah, we hear you straight away.
I told that dirty Spielberg story and you're on the computer.
Well, I told you we're not.
I didn't know that. Okay, well,
that's okay.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
Well, I don't know if
Too
we
late
can.
now.
It's going to be archival
that you,
too.
Kim?
What's that?
You're pretty cute.
Isn't she adorable?
Aw, thank you.
Now remember,
Yeah.
she's 15. Okay.
Now the time is not synced up.
No, I hear
better turn
you.
off 'cause I'm
Yeah,
out
you
of
just
sync
need to.
with you.
Yeah, you're on about 3-second delay because
Yeah.
of the reel. So just go
Okay,
ahead and
I'll
listen
turn
to us
the
in real
sound
time
off.
and just turn down your computer.
Yeah.
But anyway, Maya's
That's
here.
cool though. I didn't know you were on like that. That looks really cool.
Yeah, well, thank you. We are a bitchin' group of people, and this
Uh-huh,
we're here.
yeah.
I mean, I'm here with my bitchin' person here, Kim,
Yeah.
and not. I said bitchin'. That's not. I had the I.N.
I know you.
That's a
call
California
me,
term.
You call me that all the time.
You are because you are just so bitchin'. That's a Southern California term.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, that's you like so rad, you like so bitchin', okay? And then of course having the one and only
Gotta
Maya
get up with the
Sienna.
lingo here
Aw.
anymore.
Aw.
Now Maya has been
Hey,
like
Maya.
rocking it, singing. Say hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How you
Shut
doing?
up, both of you. Okay.
Good.
And Maya has been like singing the national anthem
look great.
everywhere. Doesn't she look fantastic?
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, my
Aw.
God. And we're just having a great time. But let me
For
tell
sure.
you, she's got a voice of an angel. There is no reason for this girl to go on American Idol. She's rocking out the world, and we're just really happy that she's kind of partnered up with us in some way. That we're doing our level best to get the exposure through this show. This is a nationwide show, Canada, Mexico, and everything else. And so, first of all, Eddie, do you have any questions for Maya Sienna while we have you on air?
Oh, any questions?
You have any question for Maya?
She's a singer.
Yes.
Who was your idol when you were growing up? Who was your singing idol? When you got into the business, who was your idol?
I really look up to Whitney Houston. She has such an amazing voice and she just has like amazing presence. And I also look up to Beyonce. She is awesome. Her stage presence, she's so amazing. And I also love Aaliyah. She was one of my main idols and she's just so awesome. And yeah, those are my idols. Those are who I
That's
look up
awesome. That's very cool.
Some good idols.
Cool idols to look up to.
to. Thank you.
Yeah.
You like that word amazing, don't you?
I do like that word.
That's good. Am I pretty amazing too?
The word
are pretty
amazing.
amazing.
I'm amazing.
Is
Isn't Kim amazing? Kim is absolutely amazing.
Kim is amazing.
Is amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing is amazing.
Well, I know, but it is, yeah. So,
Right?
I'm sorry. Amazing is amazing.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
There's like some words you just love to say, right?
And
You do.
And you love
Okay.
for them to be amazing when you say it.
Okay. We're gonna now before we cut to her song "Just Believe," which will just rock out the world. We're gonna do a little acapella. We talked a little bit about this. Maya's gonna do an acapella for us. This girl's voice will just knock your socks off. So Eddie, if you have socks on, do you have socks on?
Yeah.
They're gonna
knock
come
them
off. They're gonna
What
pop
song are
off
you gonna
big
sing,
time.
Maya?
Okay.
They're gonna
I wanna
pop
hear
off. All right. She's gonna do an Etta James.
Oh, yeah.
What's the song?
At Last
At
by
Last.
Etta James.
Here we go.
Very nice.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh, baby, at last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you.
Very nice.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
You have a beautiful voice,
Oh
Maya.
my gosh.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
just like
awesome.
I'm being such a guy.
How
I
old
want
are you?
I am going to be 16 May 1st.
Oh my God. So much talent. You're just a kid.
Aw, thank you.
That's amazing.
Judy Garland's got nothing on this kid. Let me tell you.
Yeah, really.
The first time I heard her song, I just I gotta find some way to get her to everyone to listen to her. She has been produced by Grammy Award-winning people and producers that have stuff. And her first video that she did was $. So if you go on, if anyone's listening, for all our millions of viewers and listeners that are going on right now, I think we've got 10 that are still listening to our show. If you go on, if she has a YouTube, don't you? On YouTube as well.
Yes.
So you can go on Maya Sienna. That's Maya Sienna, Sienna, and you can either go. She has her acapella with Etta James.
Yep.
Her cover, or not her cover, but her original pieces of $, and Just Believe will blow you away. And there is no reason why this girl is going, not is, because she's booking places left and right. And for the rest of you who haven't booked her, you're missing out, because in my opinion, she's going to be rocking the chart. Everyone's going to be after her, but we have her. And if you need to talk to her, you have to go through moi.
You just did the national anthem.
She does,
Yes.
the national anthem.
It was last week, wasn't it?
I
Yankee
sang.
Stadium?
Where did you
Yes.
sing that?
Yes, the
What's that?
Yankees Stadium here in
You
Tampa.
did not.
I did.
She did.
Did you really?
Yes,
How cool
it was
is that?
so
That's
fun.
cool.
Yes.
And she sang it. You know, like you remember back in the '90s when Whitney Houston sang the national anthem at the Super Bowl, which was at the Rose Bowl.
Sure.
Whitney Houston doesn't hold a candle in my. I'm sorry, does not hold a candle. I mean, I love Whitney Houston. Don't get me wrong. I know it's even her idol, but Maya just blew it out of the water. Absolutely blew it out of the water. I mean that with all
Awesome,
sincerity. I'm
yeah,
not just saying to say it. I mean, you just heard her voice, a cappella. There's such a purity to her voice. I sit back in awe of just listening to her sing. It just, I had to almost start to cry. Her mom's here. I'm going.
Maya, do you have a website or something that people can connect with you, like a fan club or something?
Yes.
My
my
web can talk to you. That'd be great.
Yeah, my website is mayasiennamusic.com. That's MAYASIENNA music.com. And if you look at the top of my website, it has all of my social medias, my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, everything.
That's
so
wonderful.
Yes.
Oh my God! Awesome.
I have to say
You're
too,
gonna
Eddie.
get bombarded this week.
She is.
Yay.
That's right. She's gonna be slam-basted. So, Mom, I hope you're prepared. The thing about it too is that I'm. For those of you who don't know, I'm also a professional acting coach, and Maya is also one of my students. And and she truly is, Eddie. She's a triple threat. She really is.
Oh.
She's a good actress too. Good as she's a singer.
Oh, she's a
That's hard to
singer.
believe.
She's got the look. She's got the charm. She's got what's called the it factor. That they bloody time in Cal would say, "What you got the it factor." You got She's not one of the say, "Who was your instructor? You need to ask for a refund." Well, no refunds here. Let me tell you. And rock's a rock. So I want to just cue it up. Gary, are we ready to cue up Just Believe? Are we ready to go? Okay, this is her newest hit, guys. It's called Just Believe. Listen to the song. It's catchy. We're going to probably listen to about half of it, and then we're going to cut back in. And then we have another special guest. It's here to kind of give you a lead in. If you like the Betty Page, the pinup girl from the 1950s and 60s, well, we got something in store for you. But we just want to end out here with loving Maya, and thank you for coming in today.
Thank
so
you
much.
for having me.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. I love her to death.
She's got a big heart too. She's a
she does.
wonderful kid, and she's going to go far. That's for sure.
Right.
Thank you.
and
I
all
really
the-
appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
And all you boys
I love
out
you to
there,
death. You're
she's
a
not
great person.
available. She ain't dating nobody because her career is it. So for all you
Yes.
boys out there that want to put the ring on the finger, ain't gonna happen, baby. Let me tell you, this is what it is. Okay.
I think
If
Beyonce
you're gonna
was
ask
still
for me,
begging for
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Cheek, cheek. You take my out? Yeah, you talk to me, baby. That's what it is, man. Cheek, cheek. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. What you do to her, I do to you. That's what it is. Remember that saying? Yeah, I'm on, baby. Right on, baby. Right on.
Right on.
Right on. Thank you, baby. That's it. Okay. So we're going to cue out to Just Believe. Listen up. And thank you again for my episode. Sit tight. We're just going to sit back and listen, and then we're going to have a little bit of transition here, but just give us a listen to it as we sit back and enjoy Just Believe.
Maya Sienna.
And they say I'm not strong enough to win, but in my heart I know I'm a champion till the end. Nothing they can do can hold me back. Living life to the max. If you're with me, get our lives. Let's make this building shake. If you believe, dance the night away. 'Cause we're young, 'cause I'm young, and we're free, and I'm free. And there's possibilities. If you believe, dance the night
There you have it, guys. Isn't that a great song?
Good stuff.
Woo! Good stuff. I mean,
Can we buy that now?
Yes,
Can
you
we?
can. Yep, it's on iTunes, it's on Amazon MP3, Google
Awesome.
Play, everywhere.
Awesome.
the song just totally rocks. I mean, you just walk out of the room. I got to admit, because Maya sang it at the Talkie Awards that we had a few weeks ago, and I literally, for like days afterwards, I was humming that song to myself, going, ah, 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 ah. My daughter's going, Dad, you can shut up anytime now. I mean, my daughter, Lacey, is a big fan of yours. You know that. I know you guys have got good friends, but
Yeah.
she is like your number one fan. She's like,
She's so sweet.
she's a doll. I mean, she's a talent in her own right, but she's like, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. You know, she loves your music as many people do. And you rocked that house that night. It was a way to end the show that we did. It was there for 2-3 hours.
What is your goal next? I mean, you're doing the Believe. So what is your goal next? What is your
Next step.
Next step. Well, I am working on an EP. I'm in the studio a lot, and I have a lot of new original songs that I'm excited for all of you to hear. And I am performing a lot. Like Ian said, I have my show Hard Rock in Miami, and I just plan on to keep going. And I want to do concerts. I want to eventually tour around. I'm an anti-bullying advocate too, so
I was just
I'm
gonna ask you that.
yes, yes. So I'm planning on going around to schools and talking to kids about that, and that's actually what my Just Believe song is about. It's following your dreams and believing in yourself no matter what anyone tells
And
you.
for such a young age, that's great. You have a lot of kids that your age that have somebody like you.
Yeah,
you know,
thank
to
you.
look up to.
Yeah,
so.
to be an advocate for that type of situation that's constantly going on because people bully for whatever stupid reason they want to bully. I mean, kids are kids, but they don't realize, you know, how much hurt they cause in someone's
Yeah.
life by words they say or actions that just kind of go too far.
Yes,
you know?
definitely.
I'm glad you're able to.
Is that on your website as well?
Yes, I have an anti-bullying section. It shows, you know, my story, and I was bullied myself in middle school, and it talks about that, and I, you know, give some advice because I've been through it, and I just decided that I'm going to follow my dreams, and I want to inspire other kids to do the same.
That's
Wow,
great.
that's so cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, where are you going to be performing this? It's next Saturday, correct?
Yes, the
Can you give us a little bit-
26th.
So you guys in Miami, she's got a complete set ready to rock and roll for your listening pleasure on next Saturday night at the Hard Rock in Miami. Is it Miami or Miami Beach?
Miami Beach, it's on Biscayne Drive.
There you go. The guys, it's a happening place. All you guys down in South Beach, head up there because she'll rock you out, man. And she, boys, you heard just a little taste of what's happening. And she's got a wonderful set. I've heard some of the other songs that she's going to be performing, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try my darndest to get down there. I've only been to Miami once since I've been here in Florida for 5 years, but
Wow.
I love it. I love it down. If I can, I'm really gonna make an effort to. But if not, based on just letting people know, for those in Miami, get to her show. You do not know what you're gonna miss. If you do, man, just let me tell you. So Maya, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Nice to
And
meet you, Maya.
Nice to meet you.
Take care, honey.
Great.
You
You
want to
too.
give them a shout out to your website?
Oh yeah,
one
when we
more
do
time?
shout out one more time.
Okay, my website is mayasiennamusic.com. That's MAYASIENNA music.com. And all of my social media sites are going to be at the top near my website.
Thanks. honey.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Maya.
Thank
for
you for
man.
having me.
We'll definitely have you back more and more and more and more as things start to happen. You always have an open chair here waiting for you. Okay.
Aw, thank you.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
Well, guys, as I mentioned, you know, there's big fans in the 1950s and 60s that just loved. Like I said, this is a happening place today. Am I right, guys? This is a happening place today. It's our peanut gallery out there. We're rocking it. And as I mentioned, for those of you who are big fans of Miss Betty Page, well, here's the number one Betty Page lookalike, Miss Michelle Turner. Michelle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, you guys.
I'm glad you-
Woohoo!
I love her laugh. She cracks me up.
And happy Easter
Oh,
to
happy
everybody.
Easter.
Happy
Or
Easter.
Is this-
many blessings.
Is this the pink outfit, the bunny pink that you wear on Easter?
Yes, it is. I'm just missing my bunny ears. So
What'd
where
you-
are they?
What'd you have for
I didn't
dinner?
bring any. Yeah, what'd you have for dinner?
I actually made rice, potato salad, mac and cheese, all the starches, and then a big salad and fried chicken, and then lemon
I was
chicken.
waiting to
We
see
need to-
where the meat was.
I
need to
know.
check
What
the meat
kind
out.
of meat, right? Show
Seeing
us
you
the
over
meat.
here
Okay.
for dinner, so we get a better
They're
technical.
rolling me around over
That's
here.
right. We're trying to make the best technical thing that we have to do here. We're kind of feeling our way around the studio here, being our premiere show.
Okay.
So let me ask you, Michelle, how did you get into becoming the number one Betty Page lookalike. I mean, what was your interest for? How did that all start? Can you tell us a little bit of history about that?
Yeah, I actually was flipping houses, and I always loved Betty Page. I saw her documentary, and a lot of people, when I would walk around, said I look like her. So I was like, wow, okay, let me take this to a different level. So I actually contacted CMG Worldwide and Mike Rossler. He's head of it. He actually is head of like Marilyn Monroe's estate, Michael Jackson, Betty Page, and he's right out of Indianapolis, and he's a billionaire. But they went ahead and ordained me as the lookalike, the official lookalike. So I put up a website,
So
and
can I touch you
traveled.
since you're ordained? Can I touch you?
Yeah,
All right,
ordained.
cool.
Not like a minister, but you know. Like a pinup model. But no, I had
cool.
fun with it. I had fun with it, and I still do.
How long have you been doing
I've
that?
actually been doing it for about 5 years now. So I do parties, I do events, I have a lot of pictures up on my Facebook. Which is, well, it's Michelle Turner, MICHELETURNER. But I'm actually putting up my official website.
Are you?
Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and put that up. I have over 6,000 pictures, so yeah,
Wow.
it'll be coming
And
soon.
I've seen some of them, guys. And I mean, if you really look at the original, Kim, and her replications of it, and her
I've
reenactments,
seen them.
they're
I've
incredible.
told her- I know.
Some of the like, I like to call them girdle bikinis, you know,
Yes.
because they're so low.
Well-
they're not like true bikini type.
Right, and that's why I love Betty Page, because she's basically classy in what she does, and I love the classic peekaboo type thing where you're not showing everything, but it alludes to it, and there's a sexuality there.
More of a sensuality. rather than sexuality, right.
Sensuality there, but keeping it clean, obviously.
So if it wasn't this, what would you have been doing before? If it wasn't this, what would you have been doing before?
Well, I was actually a professional dancer in Detroit, and I performed in the Detroit Emmy Awards. I did ballet, tap, and jazz.
Oh, cool.
And then I was a famous model in Taiwan when I lived over there.
So
I
you
was found.
continue the entertainment world.
Yeah,
huh?
and
So did you tie one on when you were in Taiwan? I love her laugh.
Whoa, we'll keep that a secret, but I did tie somebody, yes.
Oh,
Anyways,
but
I'm just kidding. That was the
Now
Betty
you-
Page in me. Sorry.
Now, Eddie, this is date number 3. You've got
That's
Kim.
right. I was just thinking that.
See,
Get us off the air.
and you
We're
got
not
Wanda,
sure.
and now you got and now you got Michelle.
I thought maybe he forgot
no,
me.
I know, not
No,
at all.
not at all. You look like a pinup model too.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you
do?
never heard.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
sorry.
not you, Ian.
I look. What do I do?
Like I
look
said, I got a $1 million
pin
figure,
the
but it's
tail
all
on the
loose
donkey
change.
or something.
Exactly.
That's what Ian would say.
What's that? What would I say? What?
She said I look like a pinup model, and you would say I look like pinning the tail on the donkey.
I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, pretty darn close, but you know, I'm pretty good at that.
I'm just busting on them.
Now, you used to be in. Weren't you
just
in the
kidding.
military?
Bust a move.
Bust a move.
Yeah, bust a move, baby. Back in the 80s, bust a move. Okay, sorry. Yes, I was in the military. I was in the Air Force. I was an air traffic controller. I didn't kill anybody. I did it for 5 years.
Wow.
I wanted to
And
do that
then-
when I was a kid. That's cool. I
Did you
wanted
have
to
any close
fly.
calls? Like
Yeah,
planes
yeah.
like doing this thing kind of?
I didn't, but I saw some close calls, and then
Wow.
people got called out of the tower and all their stripes ripped off for doing
Really?
that. But yeah,
Wow.
but we had the Blue
The
Angels.
untold stories are right here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like
Oh my
Top
gosh.
Gun, you
Oh
know,
my gosh.
Goose.
Well,
and-
as you know, we have the world famous Eddie Deason.
Yes.
Is on the line. So,
Hi, Eddie.
So, Michelle, do you have any questions for Eddie? And then also, Eddie, I want you to ask Michelle, since I know you like history of rock and roll music and pinups and all that kind of stuff. So maybe you have a question for her as well. So, Michelle, what do you have to ask for Eddie today?
Eddie, tell me how you got started in the entertainment industry.
Just let's see. I came out in the summer of '75. It was that long ago, and I started working at the Comedy Store. Started doing stand-up comedy, and I didn't get very far in that. Then I got the gig on the Gong Show. I got to be on the Gong Show, and that kind of got me. That was my first TV appearance. And then I got Grease. I left out. I wasn't in the union.
Yes,
they
I
cast
saw
me in
that.
Grease, and that's a hard thing, getting in the union. Then I got in Grease, and that got me in the union.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, you had a very interesting life, though. That's very interesting. All your stories.
Yeah, I think, though, the Grease thing tops it. I would love to meet John Travolta and
Oh, yeah.
all the characters.
Who wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
Sandy!
Well, you can talk to. Ian's going to have a bunch of the cast on his show, I know. So tune in every week. You'll hear a bunch of the Grease cast. Now, I don't know if we'll get John Travolta, but he'll get
That'd be
some of the
nice. I mean, if
rest
he
of
sees
us.
a pattern here, maybe he'll just throw his hat in the ring and say, "Yo, Mr. Cat, they'd like to join."
I was just thinking that. Do you have
Yeah.
ESPN or something?
I don't know.
ESPN.
We'll do something. Hey, that's my line. You're taking my
That's
lines over
funny.
here. But I'm telling you. Now, Eddie, other than, gosh, I'm speechless. It's too funny. You can't. I'm sure she's going to be coming to LA soon. So when you guys get to LA, make sure you have maybe go to
Definitely.
In-N-Out Burger.
Yes,
You
I
have to go to
love
In-N-Out
that
Burger.
place. Yes.
And the two of you can drool over each other about
Definitely.
because Eddie's,
Yeah, we'll
Eddie's
be
quite a
out.
ladies' man.
We'll be out there in June, actually.
Okay.
For Maya, she's going to be recording actually four or five songs out there.
Really?
That's great.
Cool.
With a famous producer. Yeah, that just came up recently, and the person works for or has a child in Nickelodeon, but I'm not name dropping yet until
It's
everything.
not like Quincy Jones or something like you said. Michael Jackson always go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Come
But
on,
we'll-
girl. Sorry, it's my MJ
Billie
thing.
Jean.
Well, it's not my girl.
Oh, okay.
Or not my baby, or whatever song you're singing. It's so funny to think that Michael Jackson, Madonna, and I are all the same age.
I know.
We're all born in 59.
I know, isn't that
Oh my
scary?
God.
Is that scary when you think about Madonna,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
I'm actually 3 months older than Michael. Ooh, scary.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were born in April. He was born in
1958 too.
August.
When's your birthday?
Mine's April 13th. I just had
Oh,
it
so
last
you
week.
just had a happy birthday.
I did. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Eddie,
Yay.
you're a Pisces just like I am.
Yeah, me too. I'm a Pisces.
I am too.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
My
When's
son.
yours?
My birthday is March 10th, and yours is the 6th, isn't it?
Yeah, we're close. Yeah.
I know.
You're stalking him, Kim. You know the man's birthday. You're stalking him.
So what?
This is scary. This is really scary. And you know what?
Are you just getting mad because I'm not stalking you anymore?
Oh, and Mama J's March 6th too. No, March 18th. Excuse me. Oh, well.
Are
Anybody,
you a Pisces as well? We are awesomely
when,
cool.
when anybody asks me my sign, I always say slippery when wet. But hey, that's a whole nother story. Let me tell you. Well, Betty
We're
Page.
complicated people.
We are. Michelle Turner, Miss Betty Page. Thanks for stopping in. This is
Thank
the happening
you.
place to be
Yeah,
today.
I love it. I'm so
This is
glad.
cool.
And yeah, there's like a big party. We have
It is, man.
cupcakes. and-
Peanut Gallery's out there. Cupcakes
Yeah.
here. I see Miss Wilhelmina Ford. I see Allison Trade.
Yes.
All these guys. Mama
Michelle.
J, Amber, Jimmy, Wanda.
If somebody wanted to
everyone's there.
contact you,
Samantha,
how do they do that?
And Mr.
How do they
Alex.
do that?
What's that?
Yeah, you can contact me
How do
through
they- thank you.
Turner's Entertainment at gmail.com. It's TURNERS Entertainment at gmail.com. And then my LA number is 323-381-3802.
Very good.
That's
thank
an
you
LA
so
number. I
You
know
put
that
your number
323.
out there.
Wow.
Well,
These
it's
crackpots calling you.
It's a Google number,
It's a Google
so
number,
it doesn't matter. They don't caller ID. They can't figure it out. So we're
Okay.
safe. We're
You're going to
safe.
have every guy calling you watching this show. You're going to have every guy calling you now, Michelle.
I know. I'll be.
All five of them.
Yes, that's okay. You guys can call me.
But now, Eddie, man, you're just a happening guy, man. You got Kim, you got Wanda.
Yeah.
He's got, well, Maya's too young. But, and then he's got, man, Eddie, you're just rocking it out there. You got your
That's
date
right.
book's getting thicker, man.
Yes.
I got all these eligible bachelorettes in my peanut gallery. I'm gonna give you the Allison and Wilhelmina and Amber and
Yeah, they're all
they're all
hot.
out here. Wanda, we're gonna put you down, man. Your book's gonna get really thick.
Hey, Eddie, you still there?
Yes, hi.
Hey, were you on the weird Yankovic's show?
Yeah, I was
love
the wall. I played the
We're
wall
not
in that.
Yankovic.
I literally played a wall. I was inside a wall, and I would talk to him from inside the wall, literally.
I love that.
You know,
no
Eddie.
kidding.
You know what's so funny?
It was a
Everyone,
weird
Eddie, you
gig.
got so many stories about everybody else. I have an Eddie Deason story. This is before I even knew you, and I was a
I like
Dodger.
Weird
I
Al.
love to go to Dodger Stadium. I would go see tons of Dodger games, and I know you're a Dodger fan. And
Oh,
I remember,
yeah.
And one time I was with Gordon Jump, and we were at the game, and Gordon even goes, "Isn't that guy from Greece?" I went, "Yeah." I met him a long time ago. I said, "What's his name?" I go, "I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I don't know his name." And then later on, someone said, "Oh yeah, there's Eddie Deason," and it's like boom, boom, boom. It's that kind of stuff. I was saying, "God, there's the guy from Greece that really likes baseball." Because we'd see Tom Hanks there all the time because he was a big Dodger fan.
He took
along
me
with-
3 games, you know.
He took you to 3 games.
He took me
Nice.
3 games when we did Polar Express. We got to sit up in his box. He took me to 3 games. It was very cool.
I'm so
Lucky.
jealous. I'm so
Yeah.
jealous. I mean, we used to see Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. always because he and Bob Hope, Bob Newhart and Don Rickles, they're big Dodger fans. They always sit up.
Oh, I didn't
above.
know that.
Oh,
I
even
saw
to
Frank
this
once.
day,
I
Don
never saw
Rickles and
Bob
Bob.
Hope.
Oh yeah,
You saw
Newhart
Bob Hope at a game?
a couple times. I saw.
Oh,
I actually
that's
saw him at
cool.
a
I'd
Raider
love
game
to
at the
see that.
Coliseum one time, but no, one time above first base all the time. If anybody's ever watched an ESPN, they're watching a Dodger game. Whenever the camera's going over from third base over to first base, you'll see celebs right there in the first couple things and whatnot's going on, and it's just right in there. So it's really, really cool.
Interesting.
It is. So, I mean, it's stargazing. But, hey, we got the biggest star we know and love, and that's Mr. Eddie Deason. And, Eddie, man, it's been so cool having you on today.
Well, it's been my pleasure. I had a great time.
Well, thank
you for having me, Ian.
Oh, my pleasure, Eddie. So I know that you probably have more girls knocking at your door right now. So you just kind of beating them off with an ugly stick. But I know we'll have people that want, for those that want to get pictures of you and sign autographs, I'll give them the address that they can send it to.
And when you're in Florida, look us up.
On Facebook. Anybody who wants to talk Facebook, fine.
Oh yeah, guys, listen. You can go under Eddie Deason.
Yes.
It's AEDDIEDEEZEN, and he'll friend you back. And he's.
I've already done that, right, Eddie?
Oh yeah, we're friends.
Yep. It was that simple.
pleasure.
Just click on friend thing. Sorry.
Here, I was trying to make it all like confidential and like, no, you can't talk to him. Just, I just
More
talked to
than
him.
just friends. I know.
Yeah, right. Well, if I looked like her, I can understand why Eddie would want to be your friend. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks.
No problem.
Okay.
Well,
Michelle, thanks for joining
It was
us.
a pleasure being
You're
on your
welcome.
inaugural show. I wish you good luck with your show.
Thanks, Eddie. I really
Eddie.
appreciate
And I'll
it.
be listening for Susan next week. I want to hear Susan.
Yeah, she'll be on. So maybe, hey, you know what? I think, Gary, do we have a call-in number for Eddie so we can give it to him? What's that number? Amber, can you throw it to me so I can give it? So next week when we have Susan on, you can call because she loves you, Eddie.
Oh, I love her too.
Oh, she just everything. So, oh, it's my sweetie Eddie. Blah 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 blah. And we can have like a Grease reunion next week. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Number is
Well,
813.
you got to
Okay.
get Barry on.
Okay,
Barry,
Eddie,
you have
here's-
to get and definitely get Jan on.
Oh, and
Jamie-
we got to get
Jamie
Jan on,
Donnelly.
and we got to get Barry on too. I know, and Kelly.
Yeah, and Jamie. Jamie is so nice.
Okay.
She'd love to be on. I'm
If,
sure.
are you still looking at the screen on your TV at home?
No, I'm actually on back on my page. I can turn on live.
Okay. Well, let me give you the number. This is the number you can call for next week. It's a call-in live number.
Okay.
It's 813
Okay, wait a minute. 813. Okay.
639
639. Okay.
8255.
8255. Okay. Thanks, Ian.
You got it, pal. Eddie, thank you so much. Everybody's
so
going to rise
much.
upon Miss Eddie Deason.
My pleasure. Great to meet everybody. Happy Easter to everybody.
Happy Easter
Thanks,
to you.
Eddie.
Happy Passover.
Thanks.
Thanks again, Eddie.
Happy Easter to you.
Okay,
We'll
take
talk
care,
to you next
guys.
week, buddy. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you on Facebook.
Okay, wait. He hung up, Michelle. I'm sorry.
I know.
I love you, man. I love you. Oh, is that the phone? Okay, sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man. It's all right. Michelle, thanks for stopping in
Thank
today.
you, Ian. Thank you so much.
And we're going to be at
Thanks,
the
honey.
after party. Well, we're
Okay,
not telling
yeah.
anybody where the after party is going to be, but come on down anyway. We might not be here, but we'll be here. I think. I don't know. All right, cool. Thanks again, Michelle.
Okay,
we love
thank
you so
you.
much.
Love
And
you too.
I want to say that before we have a sign off right now, we just want to bring in a few people that have been very instrumental. You can go now, Michelle. We love you.
I've never done this.
That's okay. She's never done this before, folks. It's okay. I mean, she's always posing. Now it's like, get out of seat. All right, because we got some folks we really want to say thank you to. That's really helped to kick off this show. The man, the myth, the monster is Alec. There he is. This gentleman has been the brainchild behind internet broadcasting through Talkwad Studios. The one and only Mr. Alex Wadsworth. Right here, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy. Thank you.
Good to see you,
I'm gonna
man.
Shake your hand. I'm gonna give you a
An air five. We are the world. We
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm gonna take the show over for just her and I. Hey, just say how's it going?
Hey,
I
what's up?
want you to get a word in
Oh,
today.
you want to get a word?
No, you.
Oh, hi. How are you?
You got a message or anything for your mom out there?
Oh, you can check me out. I'm an actress too. I got a website.
I think your mom knows you're an actress. Your mom's waiting for you to say you love her.
Oh, hi, Mom. I do love you.
Okay, great. All right, Ian. Hey, that's a nice ab you have there.
Thanks, man.
That's really. It was hard to rock.
Man. I got a 12-pack, man.
It was nice.
Hi, Michael. I love you too. And Jeremy, I'm a grandmother.
There it is.
All right, and for my wife and my in-laws who are probably tuning in and ticked off at me, we lost you on the way over. They were following us, and somehow we got lost with each other. And that'll teach me next time to give them directions so that they know in case we mess up, they're here. But we love you. We say hi to Angie. Say hi to Angie. Your microphone's over there.
I was borrowing yours. Hi, Angie, and I do love Lee too, and he's nice to me.
Yeah, and Lee's there too. Okay, cool. Anyway, Mr.
Hi,
Mr.
Angie.
Alex Wadsworth. Hi, Angie, Mom, and everybody. And then we will. Okay, so Alex, again, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving us the opportunity
problem.
to kick off our show, and this being the start of something long lasting. and building a wonderful internet through coast to coast in Canada and Mexico as well. And I actually have some friends of mine in the UK that are watching it.
And your first guest was Eddie. Awesome.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
Eddie, the frickin' Deason.
One of my favorites. He's awesome.
Isn't he great?
Yeah, he's so,
just the way he talks. He's like, how you doing? It's like, and that's how he talks,
Yeah.
And so it's cool. So how you doing, man?
Good. I'm doing really good. Things are going really well. The Talkie Awards really pulled us apart, and you know what? He can have as much time as he wants.
He's a man.
So there you go.
He's a man.
So
he can do it in one. Know what I'm saying?
No. They were giving the 2 minutes and 1 minute.
I give it. Just let it fly.
Yeah,
stretch.
Let it
stretch.
go. No, I'm just kidding. We do have a producer who's sitting there. I think he's waiting to get home to his family. So
he's got a family.
No. Wrap it up.
Oh yeah, I got you. Wrap it up, Gary. Right here, pal. Saran wrap. All right, here we go.
So no, the Talkie Awards went well. You did a phenomenal job hosting.
Oh, thanks, my pleasure.
You did great. And Maya, wonderful performance. Everybody, and we're going to be releasing the whole Talkie Awards coming soon. We're just still doing some final edits to it and different things like that. So
that is super cool.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, and we are looking to put it in LA, New York, Miami, St. Pete, and Orlando before the year's up.
So do I get to do a road trip?
It's going to be pretty awesome, but we just have to, we have to get more. We only expected 96 people, and over 350 people showed up. It was insanity. We had county commissioners there. We had the CEO of the Bucks there. It was amazing. I mean, there's amazing people there that really care a lot about the community and really wanted to see what internet broadcasting does, and this is what it does, and it's amazing. Bring people together. This whole room is full of people. I know they can't see it, but it's just an amazing thing. So
it is. This brainchild is just taken off, and we're glad to be part of the ground floor, and knowing that this show will gain its own audience, for people that love Kim and people that hate me. So that's what it was all about. And
Gotcha.
And the fact that you give us a forum to do it, which is great. And that also, of course, for those that are be involved with us through sponsorship and other great shows to check in. I know it's 420. And so for those of you that are just sitting at home going, wow, what show is this, man? It's 420. Did I just smoke an Easter bunny or what, man? I don't know, man. This is cool.
Well, hey, speaking of 420, today, and it's funny because you started up today, and Captain Cannabis started a year ago today.
Did he really?
So he had a huge celebration today over the Tampa Picture Show where you hosted it. And it was just amazing. So you guys both started in the same year. So
that's a sign for something.
I don't know. I'm feeling high just sitting next to Alex and talking about him.
There you go.
This is great. Well, Alex, thanks for coming in, man.
Absolutely.
It means a lot that you're here today. It does to me in my heart. We just a great mind to just bounce a lot of ideas off of, and we're just seeing some great growth with this show and others that have done well. I can think of others, and one in particular, which we're going to follow you in just a second, is the Mama J show. And Mama J, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be sitting here because it was that, I happened to walk by your office and went, Ian, I got to talk to you.
Yeah, I remember.
Yanks me up like, talk about Dude,
you should have a warning. There should be a warning on your show. This show can get extremely hyper intense, and you need to sit back and just relax because that's how you are. I love it. Yeah. And you also, Wilhelmina, not too much comedy show. She walked in.
She won. She won a Talkie Award. Yeah.
So there's a bunch of people that I know you.
Well, actor John Clark. I mean, this is
going to turn out into a 2-hour special if we keep this up. So Gary's over there. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" So all the just to kind of show you, all these people are coming out and supporting you, and you're supporting
3 hours away.
So
she lives an hour north of Orlando.
Do you really?
Yeah, I live by Daytona Beach. Hello.
Amazing.
And I got to be up at 6 a.m.
Well, there we go. Bring out the violins, if you will.
Wow.
I love you.
Wow.
I love you.
Well, we'll get Eddie to drive here. That's what we'll get him.
That'll be a commitment. That'll be a commitment.
I told him I'd cook him dinner. I don't know if he heard me or not.
Yeah, make him some ramen. He'll love that.
Well, it'll be our goal to really have some people here in the studio with us as they're in from town. I have a great staff. I got to say thank you to Samantha Saravelli and Amber Beckno as our producer, but our account executives, and they're rocking it with businesses and stuff. And we're just rocking it out. So thanks again, Alex, for coming. Appreciate
I'll take the cue. This is the cue to get up.
Get out of here.
Get up.
Get out of here. And I want to bring in the woman that rocked my world, that brought me in to meet Alex, and that's Miss Mama J. Come on in, Mama J, real quick, if you would. So we finish out the show here. And we can go party with some 420. Not really, but 420 what's in those cupcakes, man?
Sugar.
Ain't they just kind of like brownies?
Isn't it 420?
It's 420, but it was all sugar. That
was all
frosting,
Thank goodness.
Pure sugar.
I don't want to get pulled over tonight and think, excuse me, sir, assume the position. Assume what?
Hi.
Hey, can you count 10 words backwards?
Darling.
How are you?
Kim, Mama J.
Pricey.
Come on in. This I'm going to love. Oh, yeah, 2 women. Love it. All this love, all this sugar, so molasses sweet. Thank you so much. I feel fabulous just being here.
All you need is love.
Exactly.
Thank you. John Lennon. John the Bug.
All you need is love.
Well, that's what I'm always about, is making sure everybody reconnects with their heart.
I love
That's
that.
good. That's cool.
It's all about
Now,
compassion and sharing stories.
I'm going to come visit your show, too.
Okay, fabulous.
Dear,
Fabulous.
You just started a massive. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, what compelled you to have me on your show? I mean, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. What happened? Why did you feel so inclined to want to have me on your show?
Well, first off, Sunshine told me about you being an acting teacher.
Right. Right.
Okay. And so I friended you on Facebook.
You're right. All right.
And then I spotted you at the church.
Right. Right.
And you were a really cool guy in person.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh.
Hear that, Lacey? I'm a cool person. That's my daughter over there. She's my touchstone.
He's
I'm a cool person. Don't forget that. So when I tell you to make your bed or do the dishes, you just say, you know what? Dad is a cool guy.
So after I met you and I could tell that you had a good heart and a good soul, I was like, I think I want him on my show. And he comes from LA and he's an acting guy, and that could be a way in for entertainment too. Hey.
Sucker. Man, we had a great time. We had a wonderful time. We talked about
And you've
everything.
helped me a lot that one day when I was so sick.
Oh, yeah. The second show she invited me out, she was on NyQuil Plus.
Oh, wow.
The nighttime version of.
You had a good show.
It was a great show. She was like doing 420, but it was like 316. And she's sitting there. She's I
was just hacking.
What episode was that? We can view that.
Three or six or somewhere in there.
Some Mama J episode 3. Or no, 5 or something like. Anyway,
yeah.
She's like, so I'm doing.
I wasn't on NyQuil.
Tell a story.
I have to correct you, dude.
What did you do, man?
No.
And she's going.
I wasn't on NyQuil. That's the problem. I was
you
not
were on
on
something.
No, it was just pure hacking.
But your energy was like F-16 time.
Yeah.
And you're like talking. I was like,
still could be interesting. Though.
Exactly.
It will be.
Was.
And he took over the show for me. I'm like, go ahead. You go for it.
If you want to see it on the archives, it's there, man. It's rocking.
And that's why he's here now.
I gotcha.
Well, thanks, Mama J. I love you to death. Thanks for being here to support us.
Absolutely.
It means the world. I want to say a lot of thanks. Okay, I want my team to come in. I want the gallery to come in. Everyone stand behind us. To Summit, Wanda, Jimmy, all you guys.
He
John
wants
Clark,
everybody to fill
Alex,
in.
Wilhelmina,
Mama
Allison,
K.
Mama K.
Dakota,
BBJ,
come on.
PB&J, Jimmy, come on down. Matt, come on down.
Come on.
Wanda, let's go. Move it or lose it. Here we go. We just want to have a big send off.
Oh,
Is Maya still here? Is she and Michelle, are they still here? Come on in,
They're
guys.
all coming in.
I wish Eddie was here, but he's in West LA, just loving it, digging it there in Santa Monica or Santa Monica Boulevard.
And this is my mother way
Hello,
down
mother.
at the end.
My mom's not here, but
My mother is.
on this side, John on this side. Come on, little one. Let's go.
Say
Jeffrey,
hello.
kids. Everyone come in.
Say hello, mother.
I'm telling you, get him. Alex, come on in, buddy.
Look, my
We
own
missing anybody?
child decided to come in. That's my son right there.
There's your son.
Isn't he a cutie pie?
I didn't ask for makeup, and they gave it to me anyway. So.
And Ian's daughter.
It's my daughter Lacey, my son Jeffrey. Kim's family's here. Guys, Kim and I just want to say thank you for our inaugural show. We thank you for all your support. You guys mean the world to us. You really do. And we're thank you for being there and at times, I know I can speak for my mom who's in heaven and my dad and Gary. Come on, Gary. Alex at the control. Gary's our executive producer right here. And we know that this show is going to take off and go because we know that everyone else wants to participate.
And I will pay
you.
you to watch next week's show if you would like.
Is that $50 or $25?
I don't know. It's plus the $4 that Eddie wants from you. So anywhere than that. So, guys, just rock and roll. Alex is taking pictures of us because it's for his archival situation. And this is one of a million shows we're going to be doing from here. So even if we grow to the point where we are, so wanted by ABC, NBC, CBS, or any other syndicated show, we're going to do the show from here. We are loyal to Alex and loyal to the group. Yes. And we'll be able to simulcast. Gary will be still working with us. We're going to be rocking it out. And Kim and I have committed to that. Lovely. I love you, darling.
I love you too. And the only thing is that I get to hang pictures on the back of never mind.
My bathroom wall. I love you.
I love you.
And we'll send it out with Maya's Just Believed. And we have it queued up. Thank you, Gary. So again, just rock it. Is there anything else? What have you? Oh, she's leaving me a note. Thank you for the tip. This just in, film at 11. And we have what? Oh, yeah. Next week, we have closing credits as well. We want to say tune in for next week. We got Susan Buckner who played Patty Simcox. She was also a Dean Martin Gold Digger, and Miss Washington. She's going to be our guest next week, and we're kind of having a grease theme for the whole month. So
I told her that I'd bring cheese.
there you go. So
What
we're going to
kind
bring
of
cheese.
cheese?
I don't know. I have
So
to
we
get
may
with
do-
her this week. She was really interested
We're
in it.
determining whether or not she's going to make him in her live, or whether or not, because she lives here in Florida, or whether or not we're going to do a telephone or Skype. So we'll let you know. We'll keep you posted on Facebook and a few other social mediums. So tune in, look for us, guys. We love you. We thank you for everything you've done for us, Mom and Dad and Angie. I'm so sorry we missed you out. There's always next week. We're going to be back here with us until I know I'm grounded big time. But if I didn't keep on going, I would have made it here on time. So I hope they understand. I know you do. I love you guys. I love you, Dad. Love you, Mom, and love you, Angie. And,
I love you, Michael,
Saving Grace
and Jeremy, and
So here come the
Lydia.
closing credits. We got the closing credits of Just Believe. So Gary, take it away.
And my
Got it?
grandmother, Bella.
Okay, we're still in dark, Gary. Here we go. Crank it up, baby. Crank it up. See ya. Everybody, wave goodbye.
I'm not strong enough to win, but in my heart I'm a champion till the end.
Everybody, break down.
Okay.
Go. Here we go. Here, closing credits, guys. Watch your closing credits. Hold on. Hold on. There you go, Samantha. Remember? All right, guys, thank you so much. Party time in the room.